power-seeking vengeance on that German battleship, which blew up the mighty battlecruiser Hood. The signal comes by wireless. Plane has spotted the planes this now.
So, did you find the boat?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another World of Warships weekly live stream with me, MrConway, the always beautiful and amazing Crysantos, and lurking in the background, it is Tuccy, Master Pirate himself. It's fantastic to see so many of you here. I know the only reason you've come here is because you've missed us so much and you're really interested and excited for this content that we have today. I hear a lot of people in chat saying something about bonus codes.
Right now they are saying a lot of poi.
A lot of poise. Hello.
Yes, Twitch is very poid.
Poi? I really don't know where this idea of bonus codes in this stream came from. This is a regular update stream. We weren't really planning to release any codes.
Yes, and even so, if we had a bonus code with us, every time I would read the word bonus code, it would automatically delay the release of such potential bonus code by a certain amount of time. So yes, guys, update 8.6 happened. I mean, for the Russian cluster and for the North American cluster, it already happened yesterday, but today it also landed on the European cluster and
Asia.
And Asia. Yes.
Well, Asia
always
got over our night, so
yes, they live in between, you know, between the regions. Bring the French GDs, absolutely, because that's the topic for the 8.6 update. It's the French arc that's kicking off, MrConway.
Yes, absolutely.
wait, we have a new arc.
Yes. Good morning, Tuccy. We have a new arc. We have a new release.
That's the wrong one. Just saying.
This is not exactly.
This is not the article you are looking for.
This is not the article you're looking for. Which one is looking for? Well, you know what? What we'll do first things first, right? I know that all of you are excited about bonus codes and rewards. So actually, I really quickly wanted to go through like all the things that you can get throughout this month and explain to you how it works, right? So we love streaming for you guys, and we love like being here, interacting with you, and I think that lots of you also enjoy being here, and we want to give back a bit for the time that you spend with us, right? So there are a couple of cool ways that you can earn rewards by hanging out with us on our streams during August. So first of all, we are, of course, always going to be live on Twitch and YouTube. We're also live today on Steam, so hi to you guys on Steam. We haven't forgotten you, of course. In terms of rewards, we have a few different ones. We have these new combat mission bonus codes, the first of which we will be giving out today. In total, these codes are going to reward you with 10 French containers if you complete the associated mission. So it drops a mission, and for the missions, you'll have to get a certain amount of base XP, and each consecutive part of the mission is going to get more difficult, but also each week you're going to get one additional container. So first week you're going to get 1, second week you're going to get 2, third week 3, and fourth week 4.
I seem to notice a pattern.
Yes.
Yeah. And Virtual Senpai, if you spam this baby to get a bonus code, maybe, or you won't get one.
Maybe not.
Please don't spam. No, guys, please don't spam. Obviously, we have a bonus code with us that we're going to show a little bit later. So spamming bonus code right now is not going to achieve the goal that you're looking for.
Yes. So the way this works, right, is you, first of all, you can get these 10 rewards, but if you actually also complete all of the 4 mission chains, we'll give you this excellent Kitty Pourfürst flag. So for those of you who think, oh, I'm only going to get 1 container today, but no, actually there's also the flag, and you're gonna earn your point towards that. The French containers can of course also be obtained by playing, by completing directives, missions, and other shenanigans in game. And as always, they can drop missions which will get you early access to some of the French destroyers, which I think is very cool. We also have Twitch challenges. So we are going to be dropping a total of 4 different missions throughout update 0.8.6. These are really easy to get. All you have to do is make sure that your Twitch account and your Wargaming account are linked. Then you jump in and watch any World of Warships stream on Twitch. Drops are enabled for pretty much everyone who streams World of Warships, unless they specifically opt out, and I don't know why they would.
And they went live 1 hour ago.
They went live 1 hour ago.
The 8.6 one.
Yep. So for those of you watching on Twitch, you should be getting the first mission soon. They cycle every week, so you can only get each mission for 1 week. And yeah, we made the chances to get these missions, like it's not, as long as you're watching
you will get it if you watch a certain amount of time.
Yes,
it's very fair. And in the Twitch missions this month, you will be able to get the stream team camo. So
yes.
that's actually a camo we can show in game in a minute. Basically, a camo you can only get by stream-related things.
Yes. There's also some special signal flags. There's some consumables. We've got some more French destroyer containers, and I think we've even got one mission with some doubloons at the end. Although you'll have to get 2,750 base XP in the game, so you'll have to work.
Because I'm sorry, Chad. I'm just going to blame you because the last time when we created like a hardcore challenge, right? I was told that 1,750 base XP is way too easy, and you guys can do it, within 1 or 2 matches. So this time we created a mission where you basically, you progress through the base XP. So you don't have to do 2,750 to get at least something, but the final one is 2,750 base XP.
To the feedback.
So I challenge all of the super unicorns out there.
Yes. So, but we've also got some more achievable missions. So we've got a good mix in there. In addition to all of this, there are also regular Twitch drops. So in total, you can get 5 of these beautiful purple Twitch containers throughout the update. Just like swing by a stream once a week, and you're probably going to get some. And there is also a chance to get an epic drop. Now, I have to give you a disclaimer: the chance for this is obviously quite low. But it is there, and quite a few people will get it, and so you have a chance of also just getting an Eggler from watching us on Twitch.
Exactly.
Or anyone else.
Yes, and because I've seen this question so often. So how can you get those Twitch drops? So it's very easy. All you have to do is basically you go to your account management on Wargaming, right? And then whatever region you're on. And the only thing you have to do is link your Twitch account, the Twitch account that you're watching with the account where you want to receive those prizes. Yes. And that's it. Then it should work. If you, for example, watch today for 2-3 hours and you don't get anything, please try to relink it, because we had a few cases where, I don't know, there must have been something wrong with the connection. Just relink and it will work. And that's all you got to do. And that's working for all World of Warships channels. So not just the official one, it works for CC channels, also non-CC channels. Basically, any Twitch channel that has that is streaming World of Warships is going to be eligible. And that's,
we're not going to tell you the drop chance for the Eggler container and for the Eggler. And this is also, we don't want to encourage you guys to just like AFK, try and farm the maximum amount of Twitch drops. By just leaving your PC running, polluting the environment, and hoping that way. It's just it's an incentive for you to just maybe once a day just swing by, see who's live on Twitch, enjoy a few minutes, and that'll already give you a chance to receive that drop. It's not hours long watching required.
Homeless League player from Twitch says under the stream you can see whether it's active or not. That's true in most cases. Right underneath the stream on Twitch you will see the broadcaster has enabled Twitch drops. We initially, for example, had some issues with the displaying of this. So just make sure if you watch a broadcaster to ask him whether he has it enabled, if it displays that he doesn't have it enabled, so that he activates Twitch drops and that he has his account linked as well, because the streamer has to have his account linked as well, and that should solve the issues.
Yeah. If you already have the Eggler, the current compensation is you get credits and a port slot, but we'll look into and discuss whether or not we can switch this to doubloons for the future.
Is the Eggler going to get a whole change to the new French DD standard too? That's a good question.
No.
But the thing is that we have Mr. Evan in chat. So hello, Evan.
Hello.
And with being active in chat, maybe he can provide some insights, because as far as I know, that's not the plan. But maybe he can provide some insights on that.
Yes. Anyway, let's have a quick look at what the update brought. I mean, of all of you that can read, I do encourage you to head to our portal, where you'll find all of the information about our updates beautifully presented in our hopefully reasonably well structured and organized portal articles. But anyway, update 0.8.6 French destroyers is here. So as you can see, the main feature of this update is French destroyers. There is of course a Dasher video. I love those glasses.
We should have tried to obtain them for the stream as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they would look stunning on you.
Yes. Actually, we could actually at this point make an announcement.
Can we?
Do we want to?
Yes, I think this is a great time. Actually.
This is a great time. This is a perfect time. So since Dasha is here, for this we need to switch back to Cam to have sufficient gravitas. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very, very happy and proud to announce that Dasha Perova will be attending our booth at the Gamescom 2019 exhibition in Cologne, where she will be part of our VIP zone experience, and you can register to go and meet her, say hi, and take a picture. And she'll also be attending our player gathering, which if you haven't signed up for it yet, I would really recommend you do it now, because we have only a few tickets left of the, many hundreds of World of Warships players that will be attending the player gathering. So again, for this, you will find a portal article on our beautiful portal where you can go find a link and register. Do it now. But yes, so Dasha Perova will be coming to Gamescom for World of Warships.
And
Should
not
be
only
good.
Dasha Perova, but also
Yes.
MrConway.
Yes, Mr. Conway will be there. Mr. Crysantos will be there.
Yes.
Evan is going to be there. You can also book a slot to meet Evan if you prefer.
So if you're coming for the looks, we'll be there. And if you have questions about the game, you can talk to Dasha.
Yes.
Yes.
And we also will have, who else is going to be there?
We have Evan.
Evan, yes. Xankor, who you might know as the guru behind clan battles, competitive and other things.
We have Mr. Tekane with us.
Yes, Mr. Tekane.
Oh yeah, true. He will be
Mr.
there.
Felicula. So we also have some console presence there. And of course, we have the almighty Lord of all the droids going to join us there as well. And of course, for all the Germans, we also have our German community manager, Mr. Sehales, with us as well.
Oh, Farmcat is requesting that we should dress up Mr. Conway in a bikini.
I would veto
But,
for any bikinis for any of the guys.
Maybe we can make a Azure Lane ship go from him.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Let's just say no and no again. Anyway,
Yes.
getting back, Dasha. Well, there she is. You can, of course, watch the video to get the lowdown on our update, as usual. We've got the French Destroyers Early Access. We've got a revamped festive Marseille port. I will surely see it in a second when we go into game. And no doubt many of you will complain that we took your favorite port away and you'll have to click the button at the top to go back to it.
With 2 clicks.
But this is, like these 2 clicks aren't 2 clicks. We are going to make you go through it, sorry. But then we have this amazing French Arc event. Why don't, Crysantos, why don't you explain to us how the French Arc event works and what the mechanics are behind
so
this?
first of
while
all, I just want to
scroll for you.
add 2-3 things because they're a bit changed compared to what we did with the previous early access. If you can scroll up just a tiny little bit to the previous infographic, because what we're doing this time is we're splitting up the early access and the full release of the Tech 3 over 3 updates. So right now in update 8.6, you will be able to get your hands on the tier 5 to tier 9 of the early access DDs, tier 5 to tier 8 through the regular container drop where you get the mission and you just, get them through this way. And the Mogador will be available through a new system that we have in the armory with random bundles. And then the for update 8.7, you will have the regular release of tier 2 to tier 8. And then with update 8.8, then we will have tier 9 and tier 10, which will spread out the arc a bit longer so that you have enough time to actually, also go the regular way if you don't want to go through the early access. So that's just something I wanted to highlight because there's a few questions on the forums about this. So it's spread out over 3 updates. Yes, and then we have the Symbols of France, and it's very easy. If you already played during the Christmas period, we had something similar. So basically, the ships will have a special icon, which you basically have to remove by playing the ship, winning a battle, and then you will get the Symbols of France, which will you then can. But these are the Symbols of France, and you will get Republic tokens.
Yes.
And this is. So in-game, this is pretty much the only way to get Republic tokens. But we also added a combat mission for the Sirocco, for the early access DDs, and for the Baya, which is available now, where you're going to be able to get more Republic tokens if you want to get them.
Yes, I was all for calling them French flakes, but for some reason it didn't catch.
We have a...
Yeah, and on top of that, you can also get coal, depending on the ship that you're going to play.
Before it vanishes, we for one, I had a request to do RAR, so I'm doing RAR probably.
But
And
come on, you
Dragon-
no, Taki.
And
Taki,
wait,
no,
wait,
Taki,
wait.
no. We want to have a proper roar. Come on. You can-
RAR.
Wow, that's basically the
And-
lamest roar I heard so far.
And Dragon of I'm the live action remake, so
Okay.
Okay.
And Dragonov is asking whether Dasha will be only on the party or also on the booth.
She will be at the booth. If you haven't read the Portal article about it yet, we are going to have like a bit of a VIP lounge for you guys at the booth, and you'll be able to. In like a week and a half, we'll put up the registration. You'll be able to go there. You'll be able to pick your preferred day and time, and then you'll just get a ticket to go and hang out in the lounge. That gives you a bit of like a chance to sort of get out of the hustle and bustle of Gamescom. We'll give you a cold drink, and we'll talk ship in like a bit of a more calmed down setting away from the masses.
Exactly. And Genetically Insane is asking, is the only way to get the Bayar with cash in a premium shop? Yes, it's a regular premium shop, so that's the way to get it.
A shop ship?
Shop ship.
Shop ship available in the ship shop.
Yes, and guys, and before we continue, because I saw a few comments like, oh, we can read ourselves. The thing is that with every update, we release a stream where we talk a little bit about these things, and we can answer a few questions, because not everybody's going to read the wall of text that is in that entire article. So we just want to go through it point by point, and we'll switch to gameplay a bit later. So just bear with us.
Yes. So we, of course, have a new set of directives where you'll be able to earn more Republic tokens. The Republic tokens you can use to get stuff, lots of stuff, right? So this is where it gets a little bit complicated. I think this is easiest if we show this in game a little bit later, how the system works.
We can actually show it right now.
We could show it. Yes, we could. So let me push the button. Wait, that's the wrong button. This is the right button.
I would just like to drop in with a quick update. I did some math, based on the amount of code word in the chat, since we promised that we will postpone by 5 minutes for every code, the code will be coming now at around the year 2084.
Okay, guys. So the way this works is really easy. So you basically go to the French destroyer tab of your armory. If you don't know the armory, then I'm sure you will be able to find it by now. And the way it works now, you basically have these packages here, the Legion of Honor packages, and you will need to basically get all of these before you can get to this part, where you will be able to get the Mogado, which is the tier 9 regular tech tree French DD. So basically what you have to do in sequential order, I cheated a bit here, and I got some free Republic tokens just to show you how the mechanic works. Shame. I know, give me shame in chat.
Who approved this? Who gave this to you?
And as you can see before I do this, as usual, you see the content down here, what you're basically going to get, which is coal, credits, and the Type 59 camo, which is amazing due to the 200% XP bonus. So especially if you're grinding, that's going to help you a lot. So you would basically do this. That's step 1. Then you go to the next one, which is number 2. It's going to give it the Spring Spike camo, Spring Sky, with a 200% XP battle camo and 777 free XP, which is crazy.
Nice. And other things.
Yes.
There's even doubloons in there.
Yes. I mean, you see here doubloons, coal, credits, and the Asian Lantern camo.
Yes, and all of these, by the way, you get for the Republic tokens, which you get for just playing. This is all free stuff that you can earn in update 0.8.6.
Exactly. All you have to do is basically, remove the symbols of France to get the Republic tokens. And then this is basically the last one where you get the Mosaic camo, you get coal, credits, doubloons, and even special signals. You can just scroll down here, all of the cool stuff that you will get. And then with this part, you actually get to the new part of the armory. You can basically click here and open. And then this is something where we hope to get a lot of feedback from you guys, how you like this new UI and overview. Basically what you have here is you see we have random bundles. There's a total of 30. You basically see up here how many of these bundles you already got. Each of them is 1,000 doubloons. And you can clearly see here in those bundles what's going to be inside in those 30. 1 out of 16 possible variants can drop randomly. It's a random drop. But you will see what's going to be inside the one that you're going to purchase next. So you can see that there's definitely going to be the Mogador in one of these random bundles. It can be in the 1st, it can be in the 15th, it can be in the 30th, depending on your luck. But overall, you will always have the visibility of what's going to be in the next one. So for this one, for me, it would be the Wyvern credit one. So I would click here on exchange. I know what I'm going to get. I say, okay, excellent choice. Thank you very much. And here, Okay, that's a very lucky. I'll take this immediately.
What?
Absolutely.
What? What
This is, I have to say, this is a good RNG for myself.
Rigged.
Definitely.
Rigged,
Give me
yes.
rigged.
Wow.
Usually I don't have that much luck with missions.
I think we will have to take the red button off Crysantos
yes.
because
this is
this is
interesting.
Impossible.
Overall, but what you see here is we get the special signal credits. 1 out of 1 already, and now I get the Mogador. I'm going to tell you right now, please don't expect the same kind of RNG for you. I don't know whether it's going to be in the second box for you. Seriously, man. So the thing is, I would love for this to be prepared, and happening like on command, but it was actually just luck.
Oh yeah.
So this is how it works. And now you will see next content is going to be displayed here, and you just can do the same and same and same over again until you get basically all of the 30 random bundles. That's how it works. It's pretty simple. And if you want to, if you don't want to go for this because it's not interesting for you, you have the option to go for the permanent camouflages that we have for the tier 5 to the tier 8 French DDs. So you can invest your Republic tokens there.
Yes.
Okay.
And funnily enough, all of that, right, is still not that's not actually not it. So we'll go back. We'll wrap this up quickly, guys, so we can go and actually play some games, and maybe we have a bonus code. There is going to be a new season of clan battles. This time it's 6 versus 6 with tier 8 without CVs. Going to be interesting. We have a new season of ranked battles on tier 9 6v6. Also going to be interesting. Which means that if you really want to, you can get like 14,250 steel in update 0.8.6, which is pretty cool. We have a new map called Crash Zone Alpha, which is based on the Dover White Cliffs. It's got 2 different sort of setups and game modes, and hopefully we'll see it in 1 or 2 games today when we're playing. It should be a pretty cool map. We got a lot of feedback from you after releasing Greece like this, that Greece should be looking more like this, and so we made it look less like this and more like that. We basically just turned the weather. We made it good again.
We improved the forecast.
We improved the forecast, yes. Then we have some cool new things in the armory. So first of all, we have a set of historical commanders. These are all people that actually existed. They all participated in World War II, and I can recommend that you go and read up on a couple of them. There's some really interesting stories behind them. They have 0 special skills, but they have a historical portrait, they have a historical name. For those of you that are interested, you can go grab them in the armory for 1,500 doubloons and turn your ship into something even more historically accurate. So this is also something that we've never really experimented before, and we're really looking forward to some feedback from you. And if you appreciate this, if you have some doubloons kicking around, maybe you want to take the doubloons you get from Symbols of France and invest them there. Let us know if this is something you want more of, because I certainly appreciate it. There's a new camouflage for the Flint that you'll be able to get for the ranked and clan tokens. It's the ultimate wolf camouflage, and it looks pretty badass. And then we've got some technical things and balance changes and yada yada yada. It's a bit much to go through all of those.
Yes. One thing I want to highlight. So I saw a few questions regarding the public test, the summer reward that we promised for those who participated in 8.5, 8.6, and 8.7, the test sessions with premium container that will contain a guaranteed tier 6 premium ship on the live server, and I think that should be happening early next week. Mr. Tuccy,
give me a sec.
Mr. Tuccy is checking, so we're on it, and we
okay, for this question it's on the 30th.
Easy, bam. See, early next week. I was right. It's on the 30th, so you will get it then. And cool. Guys, please don't spam and go for full caps lock. We will try to answer as many questions as possible. And
should we push the button now?
Yeah. Mesut, yes, please. No, this button. No. Well, I saw. Oh, see, I'm sure. What is there? Wait. Let's do it this way. Do I see the word bonus code here on the page, in chat? And I currently don't. Oh no! Oh, we have somebody asking, wann bekommen wir endlich den Bonuscode? And it has to be a German. I was so close to pushing the button. I was gently checking, and I told you guys, if you say bonus code, then I will have to do that.
I'm just checking because the guys in the chat mentioned that I'm too quiet. Is it better now?
I mean, you can speak. I can give you like a little bit of a more of a boost.
Well, I moved the microphone closer.
But that probably works. Guys, so the deal is, as soon as everybody stops asking for a bonus code, we will share the bonus code.
I love. Somebody said, convey the bonus code. Good one. Good one. So, guys, okay, let's do it this way.
It's what about Colbert? So Colbert, as we have announced, is going to be part of the Naval Training Center when it releases, and will be available there. So it is for now waiting.
Just like Ohio. Well, it's currently testing, and we have it on our account, so we can even show it to you.
Yes.
You can even see, for example, the beautiful Ohio here in the background, which is definitely a work in progress.
Well, we definitely will unleash it with the progressing even.
How to redeem the bonus code? You will be able to just redeem it in the premium shop.
Yes, I can actually. I have a button prepared for Twitch. Here, that's how you do it. So yeah, someone says it's never going to happen. That some people actually stop saying bonus. I think it's mean. I think Chris.
Okay, let's do the following. We play one battle. We play one battle, and then after that we might push the button.
I blame him.
Blame me.
If you don't like this, then blame Crysantos. I tried, guys. You know, like I was shut down.
I just have to say, guys. I thank you for calling for people to stop asking for the code, but that sentence still contains the code.
Well, I won't count the sentence. If you say please stop spamming bonus code. So there's a question about how hot it is in Prague. So in Prague, it's I mean, it depends on where we put the scale. You know, with modern times and how hot it gets these summers. I think we have 37 degrees today in Prague, so it's very hot, especially in the inner part of the city. You know, with all of the cobblestones radiating the heat off. But I think we're still well off, because I saw in Germany there was a heat record today of like 43 degrees, and I think in France it's something like 46. So it's crazy. And the thing is that we do so. Theoretically, we do have an AC in the streaming room, but it's not working.
Yes,
so it's a bit,
broken.
it's a bit hot in here.
Kind of, it's rotating the air, but it's not cooling it down. So I guess by the end of this stream, we will be quite roasted.
Yeah. Eoteris is asking, what button releases the Kitakami? They took that button away for us. They removed it completely out of the client. Otherwise, we could be bam and do that. Wow, 44.5 degrees in Lower Saxony today. Like, it's, for me, honestly, I'm a nerd. That's too hot. That's too hot.
It depends, right? It's all relative. Do you have air conditioning? Then it's fine. Do you don't have air conditioning? You are pretty much like, but can you believe you are actually making someone sit there, probably in his underwear, in 45-degree heat, listening to us just to get this? Wow, you're so mean.
I'm so mean. Okay, so guys, what do you chat? So I need your input. What do you want us to play? We can play. I can play French DDs. Or we can play test ships.
You just can't drag MrConway from top tiers. You know that.
Yes.
No, but like no, but sorry, like it's.
Oh,
I want to try the
actually,
Ohio.
you're showing something. So actually, before we kick off into battle, show your camo, because this camo that MrConway here selected is the red heat camouflage. That you will be able to get this weekend, because this weekend we will have the Day of the Russian Navy event, where you're going to be able to get 1 day of premium time for World of Warships. You will be able to get 2 of these red heat camouflages, and you will be able to get the Day of the Russian Navy patch as well.
Which you can also show.
Which I can also show. Perfect. I will show, or MrConway, can you show it?
No, MrConway is setting up the ship.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No. Are you set up for a Titan?
I played higher tier today already.
Okay, guys, if you would like to play World of Warships with us in our new shiny test ships, please send an in-game chat message to Crysantos, and he will send you an invitation.
But be ready to carry them, because, well...
Yeah.
Here we go.
Jingles release
Navy?
date. So
yes.
Beautiful. And you will also get a background if you click on background. You didn't. Okay.
Yeah,
there's a new background. So for those who are missing a background that is white with blue, that's going to be your main prize.
And why white with blue? Because those are the colors, as you can see on the flag. So yeah.
Yes.
So let me quickly. Are you also setting up your ship?
So just to make this sure, guys, this ship, just like most of the other ships that we're going to show today, the work in progress. We will highlight it, and yes, so ships are still work in progress. Please be aware of that these characteristics are not final. It's in testing, so please take this with a grain of salt. So, Mr. Conway, I will invite you. In the meantime, guys, if you have questions, we have Tucky in the background who is reading them out to us, and we'll try to answer what we can. And
so far, the general consensus is for you to get on with it and
okay, yes,
play
yes,
so that,
yes. I'm sorry,
you
guys.
can,
We love to talk.
do the thing that shall not be named.
Ah, okay.
Ooh,
Yes.
and here is, by the way, this is the, so just to see, guys, this is the flag you can pick up for redeeming all the 4 bonus codes this month, the Kitty Poorfirst flag.
Okay, so
it's
I'll try to
gonna fly in a
go
place of
through you
honor.
guys one by one.
Wait, Niam, I can't read really the nickname, but a player was asking why the Mikasa has the French snowflake and why Samson doesn't have. Well, the snowflakes for, well, French flakes for...
Now it's done. It's coined.
For premium ships start already on tier 2, for regular ships they start a bit higher, just basically to give some boost.
Yeah, and
Yes.
we, for the person who just asked me in game, yes, we can, and we'll show by ya. Okay,
Yes.
come on, we'll
So,
play this game.
yes, just wanted to show this. So this is the Hayate. Probably completely mispronounce it, but it's fine because that's part of the streaming
Sounds about
experience.
okay.
Which is basically the new all-rounder option that you might have in the future for Japanese DDs. So you basically have 3 turrets with 127mm guns. You have 2 times quintuple launchers with 12 torpedoes, and it's a interesting ship because it has a very high HE alpha. Doesn't get the 1/4 HE penetration that the Harugumo gets, but it's very good for dealing with DDs. At least I had some fun with that earlier. And
World of Warships, am I correct that none of the historical captains is German? And if so, why not? You are not correct. One of them is German, the Commodore Bonte.
I hope
I pronounced the name right.
Bonte? Bonte. Yes. In Germany, you just pronounce it the way it looks.
But yeah, so there is a German commander. Don't worry.
Yes, guys, we have to have a talk. You know, we had the Shipstorm tournament here, well, 2 weekends ago, and we heard a lot of like mispronunciation of the name Gneisenau. So I just wanted to reiterate, guys, it's pronounced Gneisenau. You know, it's a G. In German, you pronounce basically all of the letters, so it's Gneisenau. It was Gneisenau, like
it started.
silent,
It started
silent.
with Jingles, who's like, because somebody messaged him, "Oh, Jingles, you're mispronouncing it. It's a silent G," and then it sort of stuck with the community. I hate it.
Since we are on the matter of German pronunciations, I'm asking the chat: should I
Oh.
trigger these two?
Look who we have in the enemy division. We have Mr. Flamu. We have Runner, and who else is in the division?
What?
Yes, and he's in the Colbert, which is also a work in progress
Yes.
ship.
Okay, so the favorite pronunciation mistake that every German person always suffers terribly is, of course, Prince Eugene.
Oh yes. We do get, like, the Germans and the team do get trolled with that by non-Germans, trying to trigger us with bad pronunciation.
I'm sure this could result in some salt this match.
But Flamme would never shoot us.
No,
You know
no.
would
Especially
never
not you.
No.
Vulture Grey
We
is
used to play
asking-
together, so you know there's like this gentleman's agreement to not shoot each other. We just ran.
I see. By the way, sorry, Karataki, can I just answer 2 questions? Rogue Monkey 88 wants to know if I know when I'm opening CC applications, and yes, I know we're late with it, but please bear with us. Soon TM.
It's basically just postponing it into a future that is not known yet. But I really like it.
Yes.
I hope we get to it next week.
Yes.
End of next week, hopefully.
Yes, Gamescom is kind of screwing things,
Yeah.
screwing everyone over a little bit. And then the other question was, how is Ohio going to be available? It'll be available with our Naval Training Center.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, Taki will explain all about it while I shift it.
Smart. But in any case, we had a question I wanted to answer, but now I have to find it. Oh, what about a special French captain? Notso was talking about it. About that, is it real? Yes, he is quite real, but also we are not unpacking all French content in one go, so you will need to wait a bit.
Okay, so there must be one of the DDs here.
And as for the Naval Training Center, actually, it might not be called that way anymore. But it's basically a concept where you would be able to forget one or more text tree lines of your choosing and regrind them to the top. Obviously, the condition to that would have to be that you are on the top. For that, you will get special points, and for those points, you would be able to get very cool stuff, including Colbert, Ohio, and more.
So you mean Henry?
And
Henry?
Henry?
wow. Such trolling. I'm not sure. The Neptune might actually have radar, so I'm just being a bit careful here with the D. So
I citadeled him for 22.
Next time, just remove. That's fine. It's approved. We have a lot of guys sitting here around these islands, so I think we're losing the A cap to the enemy team.
Messout is asking whether the bundle that contains Mogador has the same chance of being given as other bundles. Yes. You should note that actually everything in this thing is transparent, so in that offer you get a list detailing which bundles and how many of them are available in the selection. Some bundles are there only once, some bundles are there multiple times, so you can get them repeatedly. But you have a counter, and for example, if the bundle has only 5 occurrences, and you get the 5 of them in a row, then you know that you won't be getting
can you get
more.
the Kremlin out?
And
he just triggered his Kuznetsov.
I'm trying.
Try hard.
Sorry. I'm not
and
sorry.
the Mogador has the same chance as any other single bundle.
Nice. If you can set him on fire, he should be...
Oh, Flam was opening up on me from open water. Nobody's spotting him. What?
Okay, I can turn around, but first we need this camp.
Are the special perma camos for the French DDs only available during the event, or will they be available also later? For now, they are available during the event. In the future, we will see.
Yes, but you should have plenty of time, because usually, if you take a look at, for example, the Rogue Wave event, you still have the fuel tokens, and actually, let's show Mr. Conway.
The Colbert really helps.
Yes, it does, if you let it farm you. Because, for example, Rogue Wave, the fuel tokens, you're still able to basically redeem them for the following update after the actual event. So you will still be able to do the same for the Republic tokens.
Oh, we have another comment on Twitch. Did you just score max torpedo damage?
On the Kremlin
for everyone.
Yes. On the Kremlin, I think pretty much yes.
Yeah,
because I hit him on the
There's a DD there.
Same for everyone.
Chris, I really need you to push him.
Neptune.
He's gonna. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Eat torps to no end otherwise.
Okay.
Will we get more ways to earn tokens once we run out of symbols? Well, apart of symbols, you can get the tokens also in the directives, so go there.
Yes, and then, because if you play the directives, you also get French containers, and with the French containers, you will be able to, get a new mission. And yes, I'm going to Mr. Conway. And with those, you will get an additional mission to earn the Republic tokens. So there's a look
Skyracer 6. I can't update the game or Game Center on my college Wi-Fi because of torrents. Has Wargaming announced a fix for this issue? You should be able to turn off the torrents in the WGC. Obviously the download will probably be slower without them, but it should be possible to handle it. Especially because of these cases, because we know that a lot of shared networks and stuff block torrents.
Yes. So I'm trying to
please push, yes.
Yeah, well, I'm going as fast as I can. I can even... Okay, I can.
Flamu is farming you for the Siegfried nerf.
Look, that's the wrong way to go about it, Flamu.
That's the wrong way to go about it, because we had... Wait,
Oh, there he is.
I'm dead.
I thought Ohio was a Montana class. Well, it kind of... hey, don't do this!
Oh, sorry.
I have a laptop here.
I'm dead. Who? There was some sneaky Minotaur single launch torps.
Ohio, no. I'm out of here.
The game sound is too loud, apparently.
Okay, we'll fix it in a second. If I can survive this engagement. Come on. No, Flamu, don't do it. Don't touch me. pick up the fire.
When is the boy ship coming? That means Yudachi. When it is coming? Sorry, we cannot tell you.
Leave me alone, plane. Leave me alone.
Runner wants you to. Oh,
yeah, well played. Well played.
yeah, GG guys. Those torpedoes from that Minotaur. The Minotaur is so sneaky. He hasn't actually been spotted yet this entire game.
Are we at least winning? Doesn't seem
No. Like it's really it's a tough nut to crack.
That means also that Flammu torpedoed any potential Siegfried buffs. Hashtag blame Flammu.
Jabberwock, wasn't the code supposed to be out 2 minutes ago? It couldn't really go out because the guys are still in battle.
We will hand it out now, guys. As promised after this battle.
The back is mumbling guns
So there was a question about the Banham and how it's going to be distributed in the future. So that's not decided yet. Yes, it might be distributed in some other way or form in the future, but for now, no news on this. You will have to wait until we have news on this.
So, are we there yet?
Buff Colbert? No, the thing is that a Colbert, especially played in a good division and with good positioning, is a very strong ship, but it's also super thin. So that means squishy. And if you're spotted and you have a battleship aiming at you, he will probably delete you. So, I mean, that's the high risk, high reward kind of gameplay that is the idea behind the Colbert. And I like that concept. I like to be able, especially as a good player, to be able to get the maximum out of a ship. But if you make a mistake, you will get punished severely.
Yes. Crysantos, I think it's time for the time for the button.
Do we want to push it? Okay. So guys,
just wait. I will quickly answer one question. Okay. Whether we are aware that Raptor can evade trap itself in the scenario, and that bot CV cannot divorce an island. Yeah, we are aware that sometimes there are situations when the bot captain isn't the best skilled. Unfortunately, it's very hard to teach him to navigate all cases of these narrow passages. So, the best thing is don't let enemy destroyers launch torpedoes too close to him, because then he starts turning and then he goes off rail.
Wow, that's basically Tucky telling you to get good. No, but obviously we saw the fever already, and our guys are on it. And as soon as we have a fix, we'll let you know.
Yes, Crysantos, come on. There's enough.
Okay, well, you said don't, so I didn't. But now, guys, so here's the bonus code for a week number 1. Keep in mind, this is going to work for NA, EU, and SEA, right?
And Asia, yes.
Okay, cool. So, guys, here you go. Sorry, we had to do a bit of trolling. Also, beautiful name for the bonus code. Props to myself. Yeah. And, guys, so I hope you can read it. You should be able to. What you have to do now is you have to go into your bathroom, get a mirror, maybe even, just mount it off the bathroom. Go back here, put it next to the screen to be able to read it. That's the only solution, and you know it. Has the code been given? So, Tommy.
No.
Tommy, I'll give a hint. Tommy, I'll give a hint. It might be up here. Here, up here, it might be here. I hope it's just a lag on your side that you haven't seen this yet, but the code is up here. So, there you go.
Just read it backwards, easy clap. Well, you'll figure it out, guys.
Yes.
That took disturbingly long. We're gonna have to see how else we can do it for the next one. Yeah. This was too easy.
Pleb_Jesus asking, what's a code? I would Google it. I'd Google it. There might be hints. So the question, I'm sure the question is going to pop up. So where am I going to redeem this? So you go to your regional, like wherever you're from, to your regional wargaming page. You click on the shop, and then there's a redeem the code. Maybe MrConway wants to show this. To us?
He actually could.
I could theoretically. Technology
is ready, right?
Is
so
ready.
We're going to remove this for a second.
So guys, at the top right, which you can't actually see because of the way I've set this up.
No, but you can just show. We'll see it.
You click on your nickname, right, where it says MrConway for me. It'll say something else for you because you're a different person. Then you go to here where it says activate wargaming code, and you click.
Yes, or you can just click on premium shop. and that will also give you the option to go.
And then you get to this amazing page, and then what you do is you go to Twitch chat, copy it from someone who put it in properly, paste it,
try to redeem.
Add the I because somebody clearly didn't put it in properly, and then you click redeem, and then you will see exciting things. It says thank you activated. And
so
then next step is we go into game, and in game you should then soon see a little notification popping up. Or maybe actually no, I don't think you.
But
no,
because
there won't be
it's
notification.
immediately redeemed to your combat missions.
You go to combat missions, and then you'll go to personal assignments. Go to come on, go. Thank you. And then you'll see Fight With Us Week 1.
Yep.
It's a 5-stage mission. And at the end you get a French destroyers container, and like I said, it also puts you in for the Kitty Puffers flag at the end of the month. Mission number 2 is gonna have 2. Mission number 3 is gonna have 3. Mission number 4 is gonna have 4. So a total of 10.
Yes,
guys, whoever in code in the chat complained that the code doesn't work for you, please check that you copied it properly, that you didn't include any spaces and anything, because we have just demonstrated that it works. And also, yeah, it works on EU, NA, and Southeast Asia. It doesn't work on for Russian servers. So
yes, if you want to get it for the Russian server, tomorrow we're going to have the Russian weekly stream as every week. So just go there and you will get the code for the Russian server.
Code redeem, but nothing in game. Again, you won't get any physical item. You will get a mission. So check your personal mission tab.
Exactly, and that's going to happen every week, guys, for the next 4 weeks. And I also recommend you, if you want to get some additional free stuff, go link your account, your Twitch account with your Wargaming account, and earn some Twitch drops. I see a question from Roy Edwards. Hey, okay, I stayed after the code. Well, thank you. Please answer my question why ranked and clan battles are at the same time. So they're not really at the same time. I mean, at least for the first 2 weeks. Right now, we kicked off a clan battle, the next clan battle season. It's going to keep running, obviously, for a longer time frame. But then ranked season is only going to kick in 2 weeks' time. So, usually towards the end of the update, there's less stuff to actually do. And you will be able to then play ranked on top of clan battles. And clan battles have a prime time window. So, during the time when that is active, I always encourage you guys to play clan battles. If you don't have a clan yet, go find some. You will find clans on, for example, the forum section, where you can find a new clan that will suit your personal requirements. And outside of that, you can just play ranked. And that's it. Both of the new formats are going to be 6 versus 6, so also provided some feedback on that. Cool.
Should we do that again?
Yes. I mean, the ship
game.
again?
The game.
Yeah, we should play. We should play Warships. Yes.
I think there are some people who want to play with you. 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yes, there might be 1 or 2. So we played with Justy, right? And,
yes.
Thank you very much, Justy. I'll just say thanks. It was a pleasure. One
of our absolute regulars.
Yes.
Always
then we
good to
have
see the
from
Killionaires,
one of our well-known clans, the Loot Clan, Killionaire YouTube. Well, I hope it stands for YouTube. Otherwise, I don't know what it stands for. And you want to do Ohio again? Okay, we can do that. Let me just double check that I still have.
We have a proposal for a new random battle mode. Ring of Fire, 12 Colberts versus 12 Smolensks in a Battle Royale style. That's yeah, that would be a Ring of Fire.
Sounds scary. Probably good for Halloween.
So Tom Spaceman is asking, any chance of... Yes, please press the battle button. Sorry. I was distracted here by chat. So Tom Spaceman... Hello, Tom Spaceman. How are you doing? Hope you're cool. Any chance of getting a custom World of Warships t-shirt like Tanks has? So there are several ways depending on where you at. So usually you can get a custom World of Warships t-shirt. Like, for example, MrConway. I will show his beautiful front side here. Hold it into the camera. There you go.
That means that I see his backside. And
that's the price you pay for being on stream. So this one is, for example, one we gave out last year on one of the
Gamescom.
at Gamescom and a few of the other European events. So the best chance to actually get one for free is to come and visit us during our offline events. For example, Gamescom would be the next big one. If you're in North America, there's the Anchors Away tour, which is really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff happening there, and you get to be on museum ships. So go check out potential dates for our offline events. And outside of that, we also have the Wargaming store that is available on EU and NA, and they're able to just order some Warships back if you're into it.
Legion Mortis, your proposal to change the Minotaur, remove AP shells and replace them with screaming air torpedoes with Boris Johnson face. Yes, that is too much to ask.
Sorry, what are you trying to tell me?
C.
Oh,
that's,
yes,
that's
okay,
a very covered communication. So for those who,
what is the size? I don't know.
for those who missed it, they are going to see.
Okay. Now I get it as well.
You have a mini-map.
Funny helicopter. When we will get the next, the other bonus code? So the other bonus code is going to happen next week.
Yes, and it'll be the same for the next 4 weeks, basically, 3 weeks. Can I just say, like, for all of those who say the code doesn't work for me, like, it's not like it does work. You literally have to make sure you do it properly. I can see some people
guys, come on,
with
it's really easy. I only came for codes, and the 4 is the number 4.
There's a lot of people who put their exclamation mark. Some people, I think, who put down L instead of the I.
It's
really like it was a super easy for you guys to redeem code.
Yes, I mean if you so guys, this is the part where you showcase that you're able to redeem it properly. This is on you.
And it works for Asia, EU, and North America.
Yes.
We had again a question. We already mentioned it, but many people probably weren't here from the beginning. So when the summer season public test rewards will be distributed, they will be distributed next week when we finalize pulling all data. Next week they should be here. And there was also a question: how much free XP will Friesland be? We cannot tell yet.
No,
it's still to come. So guys, just to again repeat what we repeat every stream, please, you might try fishing, but you won't get stuff like this, like when is specific ship coming or how much will it cost. You won't get it out of us because
we've done this often enough,
or we cannot tell you. Because
if you really want to know, just make sure to tag Evan in chat. He's like the president. He can declassify things.
There was also a question about does ranked have CVs too? Since ranked season, the next one, number 13, is going to be on tier 9. There are no CVs for tier 9, so there are not going to be any CVs.
Hello guys, do you have World of Warships? I hope it's World of Warships and World of Warcraft coffee mugs in your store. I think there still are some, but I'm not sure.
Okay, what is this Georgia? Okay, he's running away. Oh, that Salem is a bit too close for my taste.
Will you hand over the missions for the ARP ships and the French battleship Companion? And will it have a German battleship? Well, we cannot really hand out missions for RPG ships because of the conditions of the cooperation. So,
I mean, basically the Arpeggio collaboration ended a long time ago, at the end of 2016, and we're not allowed to distribute this stuff anymore due to that. So that's for your context. It's not us being evil. It's just the way the collaboration works.
Guys, I again repeat: the code doesn't have exclamation mark at the beginning. It has I. Please stop copy pasting
Guys,
the
it's
exclamation
easy.
mark.
I only came for codes. Okay, the Kremlin is taking a bit of fire. If you could do something about that Salem, that would be nice. Mr. Ohio.
Could you show a French battleship sometime in the stream? I'm wondering if I'm doing everything right or if I'm missing anything, as I'm climbing the tech tree right now. Well, we possibly can, but we will probably be rather showing French destroyers today.
What's happening to you, Mr.
I'm
Conway?
dead.
But you can actually check also...
You don't need, no, I'm dead. Like, you don't need to show me. I'm literally just.
Well, I wanted to
now.
show chat, not
Yes.
you. You see what's incoming.
sorry,
That's
with
basically the
regards
Benham,
to-
right? Benham with the Kitakaze.
Guys!
Yes, sorry. I'm playing the game.
With regards to French battleships, we could try playing them later on, but there's also quite a lot of videos from the time of their release from contributors and stuff, so you can check them out because they have quite specific style and quite fun style actually.
Yes, French battleships. One of my favorite releases in the past years. Oh, the CB. No, CB is not coming for you anymore. I'll try to shield you off of these DDs. If you can run away.
I'm gonna see if I can run away here, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Retreat like a man. Scream and W all the way.
509 Meadowhawk confirms that the code worked on NA specifically. So yeah, the code works.
Yes. Guys, I only came for codes with the 4 as a number. So I'm sure you can do it.
Dr. Disco, last question. Will the Friesland be available on the premium store? You have to wait and see. Sorry, but we cannot really tell you.
Iron Goron is asking some news about the Italian ships. So we had last week, we had the Italian cruiser reveal stream. So yes, the Italian cruiser tech tree is on its way. If you want to see the images, you can go to the dev blog. You have several options. You can go to regional forums, into the dev blog section. You can go to, for example, Facebook, or you can check out Reddit. We posted the detailed information there. We also released a new dev blog post earlier today about the names for the top tier Italian cruisers, because we got some feedback from you guys that you weren't too happy about a few of the choices, especially the tier 8, tier 9 and tier 10. So we made a few adjustments.
So I survived that. I'm still quite surprised, pleasantly.
Yeah, there was a remark in the chat that those must have been Benham torpedoes.
They must.
Yeah,
have been, yes.
it's because it's the Kitakaze Benham division. So there are more torpedoes coming, and
Well, lucky you that it wasn't the Kitakaze.
so yeah, we'll try to help with the Kitakaze here. Our Minotaur is fighting him.
Rohan, World of Warships website is down. Which region?
Logan is asking, is the Ohio very magnetic? And that's a question for you, Mr. Conway. And it
Is
seems
it
to be
what?
whether the Ohio is very magnetic, because it seems to be very good at attracting torpedoes.
No, that's just Mr. Conway's
That's-
magnetic personality.
Yes,
That's true.
I'm taking full credit for that. And goodbye.
Nice. There's look, Bayard, if you have a shot. No, okay. you don't.
No, there is unfortunately an island.
Yeah, the Benham's torpedo output is
When
very
do we get a
impressive.
Michelin Man camo? When we have partnership with Michelin Man?
Sorry, what?
Michelin Man camo.
Yeah.
No comment.
I mean, oh, why did I just put?
Ivan Mladenov, what does the code give? Just came here. The code gives you a very interesting, fun, and engaging, and entertaining, challenging mission.
Yeah, it's basically a mission where you can
Fun,
get
engaging,
additional.
challenging, and entertaining. Wow, Taki, you
Yes.
set the bar high.
Yeah, it's a mission
Just do
to
it.
get additional French containers.
I'm a bit stuck here.
Trying to help our Minotaur
Will the
here, but
existing premium Italian cruisers also get semi-armor piercing shells? That's quite early to say, but I generally don't think they need them, because it's kind of like with
You know, when I
other-
said earlier I was dead, I think now I'm actually soon going to be. Oh, I'm getting smoked up. This is
Nice.
a rare display of team play that I am very, very happy about. Thank you.
does it?
Do you follow the Tour de France?
I unfortunately don't think so.
Absolutely not. I couldn't care less about guys on bicycles. I like
But
to ride on a
don't you like?
bicycle.
I thought you liked the spandex.
No.
After all, we are all going for superhero movies, right?
Absolutely. But if there would be any like superhero
Bicycle Man.
Bicycle Man, absolutely. That's what I would be. Exactly. I mean, that comes to my head as well. When it comes to superhero, cyclist. That's
I mean,
definitely.
you can have.
They're
Hawkeye,
saving the
you can have
environment
Bicycle
with
Man.
every kilometer.
So wait, Republic, you definitely want to go forward. And those DDs are up there. Okay, so I'll try to grab a.
Will there be some new PvE missions? Right now we are focusing on bringing the old ones back, especially the ones involving any flying things. We are teaching the bots how to fly with mixed success.
Yes, they're a bit stubborn, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Please. Yes.
Nice. Well done.
Apparently you're going to get hung like a bank robber in about 30 seconds. I think it just happened.
3.5 million potential though.
Evil friend, no, we can't get that stream. I'm sorry.
I have to say I like Ohio.
Oh, and Mr. Tikane is enforcing the bonus code Fun Police. Exactly. He'll make sure that only correct bonus codes are going to be pasted, and otherwise you will get timed out. No funny business here with bonus codes. Be nice, guys. Don't be trolls.
More Cold
Oh,
War ships.
nice.
I would
That
like
was,
I would love to see some guided missile cruisers. I don't think guided missile cruisers will happen anytime soon.
Well, you know, I would like to have lasers. Doesn't mean it's a good addition to the game.
Sharks with lasers?
Sharks, unless it's a shark with a laser. Or dolphins. Dolphins.
Lasers, please.
Dolphins
we
are
almost had
also-
we almost had dolphins, but
Weaponized combat
well,
dolphins.
Yeah.
That was a fun thing, I have to admit. When we had these April Fools. Go away, CV. Leave me alone. Oh, Benham.
Is there giveaways for Bayard? Well, not right now.
Not today, no.
No. By the way, chat, I'm really interested. Who is from you? Who's going to come to Gamescom? Just give me like an X in chat if you are coming to Gamescom.
Press F in chat.
Not F. X. X in chat if you're coming to Gamescom.
Oh, there is some Y and Z.
Kinowal just says eggs. Okay.
Okay,
Seems
so
to
I
be,
think
like,
we might be able to
I mean, now
turn
it's
this
just
around.
too many different letters, but there's a good couple of people in chat.
Giveaway? No giveaway. You get basically an automatic giveaway with Twitch drops on this channel.
And
so
1x appeared on YouTube as well, so yeah.
I think YouTube is still catching up there a bit. YouTube are always a little bit behind.
Mr. Tickles, if you don't see any new mission, check the personal missions, and worst case, just restart a client.
it should be somewhere in the first few missions.
And before we forgot, Mr. Tikane, is Mr. Tanatoy still in the house? If he is, could you send him our way? Because we still wanted to give people a lesson on how to pronounce French destroyers.
I thought that we are not doing it today.
No?
Yes, no, we would.
Oh, we can if he's still here.
No, today we will make him suffer by pronouncing it ourselves.
I don't think we honestly, after all the mispronunciations and baguette jokes that we've made over the years, I think he's immune.
Yeah, true.
Are you going to feast?
I'm trying to. I mean, these guns, they don't have the best reload. You have a base reload of 4 seconds, but the HE really hurts. And yes, my friend.
Ducati 11111 is asking what happened to black camos like Massachusetts B, Torpedo B, Atago B. They aren't shiny anymore. I think they are still shiny. We can check in the board.
Send us a screenshot, please, and I will check also after this match.
But they should still be the same shiny black and silver.
So let's try AP here, but it shouldn't really like.
Are there any plans to enable multi-messaging by clan officers to clan members? This would really help organize clan battles, brawls, and such.
Can I just give a shout out to Killionaire, who managed to get it's just a flesh wound on the Salem, but with his guns.
Oh,
nice
nicely done! Nicely done.
So for the multi-messaging to clan members, I'm actually not sure if something like that is currently in the plan, but I've definitely already seen it in feedback points, so we can check.
Yeah, and guys, keep in mind that this here is I got 1 million additional credits due to a mission for testing the ship. But as you can see, we had a bit of a slow start into the game because we had to rearrange what we did because we were down with 3 caps, so we had to change something about our game plan. But you can see 70k damage, 3 torpedo hits, they hurt a lot. These torpedoes here, they hurt a lot. And we got 2 caps, which is great, and that should put us probably around what... oh, well, I thought we would get more base XP, but we mostly dealt damage to BBs instead of DDs. So that's why we get a bit less.
Right in front. Okay, when do we get second camo, second flag, and leggy commander for German line? For like Halsey and stuff. Well, whenever we have some beat covering German lines, I guess. Because we tend not to throw the commanders out at random that much usually. So basically we put them in when it makes some sense.
So let's have a look. You check out the black ships, and I'm going
let
to
me first
set
of all
up Lufthansa.
Let me invite somebody. I think Angel here was one of the first. Add contacts. Oh, you're in a battle, Angel. I'm sorry. Then we have Lieutenant Spire. Oh. Thank you so much. Have fun. Likewise, Killionaire. Likewise. So...
Good game.
Lieutenant Spire. Let's play. Absolutely. I'll add you to my contacts. And
will we get some French CV one day so we can throw baguettes at our enemies? Maybe.
Maybe.
Never say never. Ideally, we would like to have all the ships that ever sailed in the proper time period in the game, but obviously it takes time and yeah.
Mostly just that.
Do you need a premium account for the code? No.
No,
Code should work whether you have premium or regular account.
So, I mean, it might be, you know what it might be? It might be the lighting. I know what you mean. It looks a bit not as shiny, but I think, let me just quickly change the code. Yeah, sorry, I need to...
Yeah, that might be most likely.
Let's go Black Sea. There should be more light.
Why is Wargaming giving XP and credits for a defeat or a bad match? Because so many players throw their ships away in game and disturb game. I'm not really sure if I understand the gist of the question.
Yeah, it might be a bit too mad. You know what? We will check.
Yeah, we will check whether anything changed. With regards to the question, well, I mean, it is kind of a balance between rewarding the team performance and rewarding the personal performance, because I mean you can have a bad battle but still do personally quite well.
Yeah.
And in that case, it's nice to get some XP out of it and at least some credits, basically to show, yeah, well, you played properly.
Yes. So guys, I'm trying to get as many people in as possible, but as you can imagine, I have a bazillion chat windows from you guys, so I'm trying to get everybody a chance. I mean, we won't get everybody in today, but I'm trying to go through the list. And so Lieutenant Spitfire wants to play tier 10, and we can do that. We do have, I'm tempted. So guys, I'll chat. What do you think? Do you want me to play the Ohio or do you want me to play the buffed Hindenburg? Because with 8.6, we did buff both the Rune and the Hindenburg with their reload time. And we did nerf the Henri slightly with its reload time.
You can make a Bismarck Arc Royal division. Actually, you cannot, but
yeah. So I never knew. We answered this on the stream. You probably just weren't there earlier. There's no giveaway for Bayard today. Maybe in the future, but not today.
Okay, so Twitch chat is all over the place with suggestions, but what is appearing probably most often is Ohio and Thunder.
Okay, well we'll try all of those. I would really like to give French.
And somebody's asking, like, can you tell some numbers on the Ohio? So basically, what the Ohio is like a second option for tier 10 American battleships. So as you can see, compared to like a Montana, these are double barrel turrets, not triple barrel turrets. So, and with all of these chat windows cluttering this a bit, I will go through this like this. So we have over here, you can see 457 millimeter turrets with basically the same damage output as the Georgia. So it should be very comparable in terms of performance. You do have secondaries, and here you can see the secondaries. They should be actually quite workable. You can see the firing range is already 10.8 kilometers, and I'm not using the I think I'll need to double check whether I'm using AFT, whether this is already the max range. Main battery firing range is 21.6 kilometers, so pretty good range. You don't really need more because you should be closer to the enemy to help tank for your team. You have a very good AA, and I didn't really spec my ship for detectability because you're already sitting at 17.6 base detectability, so you're not going to be very sneaky. And you're a bit slower than the Montana. Rudder shift is 14.9 with the upgrade, and the turning circle radius is 950. So you're not the most agile battleship. And when it comes to, how does it look in terms of citadels? Sorry, you can see the armor layout here. If you don't know how to use the armor layout, it's quite easy. So basically you can strip the ship step by step with each of the layers, and basically do this, and then you will see here. Here you can have the citadel. Obviously, it's on the broadside, but waterline, so it's not very much above the waterline. It's just on the edge. And yes, survivability, you're sitting at 96.3k, so nothing crazy here. And I think with this, I'll just ready up. If I should probably take damage control party. Oh, you think, guys? And the premium heal, and we'll take the premium spotting plane because I do like to shoot ships in smoke.
Did Conqueror get a citadel raised? Yes, it did. If you want to check out the exact changes,
now we're playing tier 8.
Head to our portal and you can find them out. But essentially what we did to British higher tier battleships is raise the citadel, but we also improved the repair party somewhat. So you can no longer potato broadside, but if you play well, you should be able to have a really good game.
Mr. Crysantos, there was a question that is probably very good for you because you are our Twitch drop master.
Mm-hmm.
If a player has a Twitch connected on both his EU and NA accounts, it
won't work on both.
It won't work on both.
If you posted this already on the EU forums, I answered earlier today. So basically, take the account where you really want to get it. Disconnect basically both, reconnect the one you want to get the stuff on, and that's it, because you can only have one account connected as far as I know, otherwise it won't work.
Yeah, in general, like guys, if the Twitch drops aren't working for you for some reason, like they really should be, because the system it works for everyone. But what you can always try is just go into your Wargaming account management, unlink your Twitch account, and then relink your Twitch account and make double sure that you actually linking the correct one. But that solves the issue for most people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably also the answer to ATC Navy 43. What if my Wargaming and Twitch accounts have already been linked for almost a year already? If you are not getting the drops, then maybe try delinking and linking
exactly.
again.
In all of the cases where people contacted me about this, simply cutting the link, relinking it, solve the issue. And make sure that you have the right accounts linked. I know it sounds silly, but I had cases like this. Make sure that you have the proper Twitch account, the Twitch account with the one you're watching with, and the account that you use actively in Warships, have those linked.
I have a very fun question for you. Sorry, but who of you is Crysantos?
Okay, so I'm Crysantos. Yes?
That's not true.
I'm Crysantos.
I'm Crysantos.
Stop. So we're already considered twins. So this is MrConway. I'm Crysantos, and in the back, hiding a bit, is Tuccy, because our arrangement doesn't really allow him to sit in between us.
He could sit on your lap.
He's not shy. And we have also Mr. T kind of in chat. Exactly. We also have Mr. Evan in chat. Maybe he's still around. I'm not sure.
We also have a parrot and an invisible frog here.
Eric Glass is asking, will Hayate replace Shimakaze or be a separate ship? So we won't take Shimakaze out of the game, so it will be a separate ship.
It's not a replacement. It's alternative.
Not great, not terrible.
Oh, I just realized I shouldn't be broadsiding this much. Will Eagle's speed boost be changed in line with the other French DDs? That's a very good question, and I don't have an answer for that. But we can investigate.
Yep, we can investigate.
And since Evan just popped up in chat, maybe Evan can shed some light on it. Otherwise, we'll ask internally, and hopefully next week we might have an answer for this, whether this is planned or not. But since it wasn't done with the release of the early access ships, it's unlikely, I would say, for now.
Apparently, Captain Cube says, "Don't you dare to touch my Shima. We won't."
So, Evan, the question was whether we're going to give Eagle the same speed boost as the other French DDs. Basically, the better one.
Tuccy can smack MrConway if he eats more torps. With pleasure. I will get some smacking tool. Well, I can smack him with the invisible frog.
Yeah, by the way, big shout out to our Graf Zeppelin, who's playing in our division with us, Lieutenant Spitfire, for providing excellent fighter cover for myself. Thank you.
Lieutenant Spitfire playing Graf Zeppelin?
Yes.
Historical accuracy.
The irony is not lost on me.
Yes. How do epic rewards work? So it's quite easy. So there's a chance for you to get the Eagle, and that's basically the more you watch, the higher the chance. But the chance is very, very low. So with the other things, with the for example the missions, they are guaranteed to drop, so that it's fair for everybody. The epic reward, because obviously it's a high value item, there's only a chance to get this. So that's straightforward.
Antonio Barona is asking, can you please give me as soon as possible?
I'm sorry. I just have to highlight this. Look in chat. The code is being shared in chat in the game.
Oh wow, nice. So he's asking about how the semi-armor piercing shells for the upcoming Italian cruisers will work. Well, they will work basically as a kind of a mix between AP and HE, in that they will have good damage, they will have good penetration, but they will behave like an AP in the sense that they would explode on impact, so that's they won't penetrate deep. You probably will have to be very lucky to citadel anything with them, and they won't be starting fires. So basically think of them as like kind of something between IFHE, HE, and AP.
It's funny that the Enterprise actually tried to drop me. I'm faster than his torpedoes.
The Kurfürst repaired the Captain Chaos.
Oh, you have Elefantask and you have Kutuzov. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't see your ship choice.
Yeah, I didn't want to spend time fitting the Elefantask as well after I spent time explaining the Ohio, and then apparently you changed to tier 8. Yeah, I'm dancing.
No, like I just wanted to try it out because
Yeah, I mean, we get. So, guys, today we're going to stream for 3 hours in total, so another 1.5 hours. Usually stream 2 hours.
Why did I agree this?
But because we wanted to make sure that also the guys from North America have some chance to get the bonus code, we extended our stream a bit.
Could you at least make the bot commanders use the ships of the nation that they actually belong to? It's odd to see Halsey at the helm of Hosho. Well, what can we say? They are bots. They don't know what they are doing.
Yes. Blame the AI.
Well, there was this fun incident when on the public test once the devs forgot to turn on the dumping down of the bots, and they were suddenly very, very, very extremely accurate and stuff, and there was kind of a panic back then.
I remember that, yes.
So that was fun.
Yes, Crysantos, if you don't know, is a giant playoff co-op.
Yes.
It's
I mean, I love it. Not as not as much as you do, but I do enjoy my co-op. I don't. I think all of my co-op battles were misclicks after reinstalling World of Warships and not realizing that we're not in random battles.
Will Wargaming rework the XP gain with spotting and potential damage? Because currently it feels like we don't get rewarded as much as we should. Well, the spotting actually does give quite nice reward. It's kind of harder with the tanking and the potential damage in general, because it's I mean, just because you are shotted doesn't necessarily mean that you are helpful to the team, so it's kind of hard to come there with a solid criteria to tie it directly to the reward.
Okay, I'll try to get some torpedoes off on that Iowa.
Can we seal a fan task for a little bit?
Yes, Mr. Conway, why don't you push the button to showcase your ship? Because I'm just farming here. I won't really survive for too much longer, but I think I do make them pay for that push.
Make them pay.
I mean, the Kutuzov, that's what I love about this ship, is a ship, but if you want to push it, you will have to pay for each little centimeter that you want to push it.
Is tier 5 too high for Viribus Unitis because it has no AA? Well, Viribus Unitis was tested and she's currently chilling in the background and waiting for her opportunity, so we shall see. Disco 25G, I already answered this question when it appeared on the YouTube. We cannot really tell whether Friesland will be on premium shop or not, so
we will tell you as soon as we're ready to tell you, but right now it's simply a bit too.
Out of curiosity, are the HE fire chances in scenarios modified? It always seems they start fires with every single shell. More often than not, it's really annoying. Yes, it is annoying, but I think it's just because the bots like to fire a lot of HE. Are you dead yet? No?
Me?
Ah.
No. It looks good so far.
Can I ask for Friesland as I am a Dutchman? Well, if you mean
You can
for
always
Friesland
ask, yes.
in game, then yes, sure, and it's going to happen. If you mean if you will get it just for being Dutch, I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm sure. You're not sure?
But you could, in any case, just collect free XP.
Yes, I mean you can basically get it for free by just getting your free XP and use it for that, because there's so many different ways by now to get some additional free XP, by signal flags, by camouflages, by events. We even get like raw free XP. So there should be plenty of ways to get that amount of free XP that I cannot disclose here.
Vanisek, can I get nothing for being Czech?
Yes.
I mean, you already check, isn't that great enough?
Do you have to watch only live Twitch shows for the drops?
Yes, it has to be a live stream. It doesn't work on bots. But there it doesn't matter what you're watching, like in terms of like what channel you're watching.
How do you earn Republic tokens? Is it only from the victory rewards? It's from the victory rewards and it's from the directives, so pursue both courses of action.
Come on, show broadside. Be greedy, Tepish. Be greedy. So yeah, I think we did a very good job here. I'm surprised I'm still alive, but that Yamato helped me a bit. So
important question regarding the code we shared today. Does the code only work while the stream is live?
Yes.
Yes.
Only while the stream is live.
Redeem it now.
In CIS server, cool game. No, the code doesn't work on CIS. Sorry.
But you will be able to get a code tomorrow on the Russian stream. So just check out the event tab and join tomorrow's Russian stream.
MrConway looks a little bit angry.
It's because I'm getting a massive headache because it's super hot in here. I'm staring at big lights, and you know what, guys? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's Mr. Coolway today.
Aaron Figueroa, living in the Czech Republic sounds pretty great from what people tell me.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing when it's not 37 degrees.
Well, it's still nice. Just warm.
Are you not shooting me, Mr. Yoshino, or did you give up on life? Oh, I'll take it anyway. I can't believe I'm still alive, to be honest.
I can't believe I'm still alive.
Staying alive.
Like, they had so many ships pushing here. No, Conqueror, don't die. I'm a friend.
Friend or frenemy?
Friend. Don't try to cosplay John Wick. No, I don't think you can. Yeah, nobody's as cool as John Wick itself. So, where are you actually at? Okay, you're farming.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I have to admit, I wouldn't mind getting Keanu Reeves as a commander in game.
I thought it'll help against the giant glaring video lights, but it doesn't.
No, but it definitely helped with looking silly.
Yes, absolutely.
Come on, Sao, die. This looks good.
Oh,
come on, it's like can't get a single kill. You beached?
Say, I'll
well
be
done.
back.
Well done, Mr. Conway. Nobody beaches like you. Not even Notso. Mr. Conway loves me right now.
We're in a live stream, so if I kill him, there'll be plenty of evidence. That's the unfortunate thing.
But you can always poke him with torpedo.
That is true. Oh, wow. How to F up the servo? No! No! Harassment. Clear case here of harassment.
Team damage.
Team damage. Yeah, there was a better battle than I expected it to be. We're winning this.
Yes,
quite nicely, I have to say.
I did some damage.
Ah, there's the CV, but oh no, I won't be able to. I won't be able to apply some additional damage before the time runs out. But well done, Mr. Conway. Well done.
If you come, by the way, for all those people saying, I want that torpedo, if you come to...
Well, sorry, Tucky. You're out of the stream.
Well, Invisible Frog strikes back.
Invisible Frog, yes. So basically, guys, this is...
I like the floating eyes.
Yes. Can you put them over Tucky? Yes.
Yes, they are there.
I need to.
Yeah, just for background, this is a frog that our Czech community manager got from community on a meeting because, well, his spirit animal is a frog, and his Tuesday streams are frog.
Yeah,
but the frog has a little tiny fault for stream purposes. It's green.
Yes, I mean, also opens a few options. So I just wanted to show that even though we were the very low tier ships here in a predominantly tier 10 battle, we're still able to actually get the top XP number 4 and number 6 slot by doing basically adapting a bit and trying to do what we can without overcommitting. But in general, we do have plans to also improve the tier 8 matchmaking and matchmaking in general in the foreseeable future. So please stay tuned for that. I don't know yet when that's going to come, but we already released a dev blog post about this. So if you're interested in reading a bit more about the improvements for not being up tiered as often, please go check out our dev blog and see that info over there. So what are we going to play next?
Thunderer.
Black Man, I'm not saying tier 8 matchmaking is fine. It can definitely be improved, but you can always, that's what I love about World of Warships, even if you're up tiered, you're always able to do something. And if you play it right, you have also a very good chance of ending up in the upper part of the XP table. You just have to adapt your gameplay and know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, especially since tiers ships that fight against higher tier ships get an automatic bonus to XP and credit gain for damage that they do to them.
Yeah.
And for performance in higher tier battles.
Before we move on, just for the guys who missed it, I'm just going to show this. This is the bonus code. Yes, you have to go to your bathroom, grab the mirror, and then be able to read the code. That's the only way to get this.
Or you can just copy paste from the chat.
What happened to the fish?
Where's the fish?
What did you do?
What
to
did
the
you
fish?
do?
I don't know. Fish?
The fish?
Okay,
Fish,
Mr.
the fish
Conway
doesn't
broke
want to
the
work
fish.
anymore.
But fish? Why?
Did you actually say when Jingles is coming to the bridge, or is it still? It's still soon TM. I'm waiting for an update to tell you guys because we wanted to re-record some of the lines and I don't know what the current status is. So that's why I think Mr. Conway had a very nice way of expressing that on the forums. What did you say on the forums about Jingle's delayed appearance? That it's very in line with his persona?
Yes, you know, like he's basically cosplaying himself virtually by being rubbish and arriving slightly late.
Yes.
Where do I activate the code? Well, I trust on Mr. Tekane to drop the link in chat soon.
Exactly.
But you just go to the portal, you log in, you go to your profile management, and there you have the activate wargaming code option.
Yes. At Atlantic is asking, can this game be played by children? Yes, there's no restriction.
Yes, there's a little caveat. Obviously, it's an online game, so you will meet the occasional douchebag. But we are very soon. Is it live already? No, it's live with the update now.
Yes,
so
in general we do enforce obviously chat rules, and we're being a bit more strict about it because we saw there was a bit more toxicity than we would like to see. I mean, most of the players that are playing this game are at least grown up. I wouldn't say mature all the time, but there was the occasional infringement in chat, and we just want to reduce that a bit. So yes, if children can play this game, absolutely, it's children friendly. But yes, in chat, we don't have control over what people are putting into chat.
Yes, so, so New Master Richard says, hey, Mr. Conway, sorry,
Yes.
but can you make Crysantos invite me, please? Secretly hit him with your torpedo plush. Wow.
Wow.
But so if you want to have someone younger play this game and be safe, there should be an option it should be in-game actually, to turn off the chat. But yeah, otherwise
Yes.
this is a pretty family-friendly game.
So, you're back. Could I play? Because a 12-year-old dream maker, New Master Richard. You know what? I'll just rotate you in right away, and then you can get your dream. And then you have to pick a ship.
I'm playing the Thunderer.
Well, I'm not sure whether he has a tier
Chat is
10
asked
ship,
for it.
so I'll try.
Will there be any commemoration in regards to the Danish flag turning 800 years old, especially considering that the Danish Navy historically has been quite significant?
What's turning 800 years old?
The Danish flag. I didn't actually know that. That's
Okay.
Interesting factoid. Thanks for sharing.
I was about to say, Taki, why would you know how old the Danish flag is?
Why not?
Okay.
So Xamus is asking, Wargaming, please turn the direction automatically if you want to hit the island is deactivated because it is very disturbing. I don't exactly know what you want to tell me with this. If you want to hit the island, if you want it and it is deactivated, it can be very disturbing. So I don't know. So in general, if you have issues with the autopilot, we're planning to improve that. And that's coming up in one of the next updates. In general, if you like, otherwise it's up to you. If you want to have the island collision, warning, which is basically just there to tell you, like, dude, there's an island right in front of you. Please pay attention. Otherwise, you will beach. That's the whole idea behind it. If otherwise, you would just set your course on the map. You can do that. And for secondary manual, should be made for 2 targets simultaneously, such as secondary left and right. So no, the idea is, in particular, the idea behind that is to select 1 target and to have a higher accuracy on that target. If you want to hit 2 targets at the same time, I wouldn't pick that skill. I would rather invest the skill points in, for example, AFT and BFT to still pump up your secondaries, and then they can still, go for both sides, and you can still set, for example, one of them highlighted. But otherwise, the skill is supposed to work like this, so we won't change that.
What if I'm in Des
so,
Moines and want
Mr.
to beach
Conway,
on
he's
purpose?
in a ranger, yes. Sorry, what?
What if I'm in Des Moines and want to beach on purpose? Well, then you still can. You just have to ignore the warnings.
You can turn it off. I mean, this is very easy. If you basically you go to your settings, I will show this here in a second. You just have to go to your settings, and then give me a second. All of these chat windows open.
I think the chat windows might slightly be clean.
So over here. So basically, go to settings, right? And then here under controls. Here you have this, and it's the collision avoidance system, the CAS. We call it like this now, the CAS. And you can basically select the version you want to have. I turn it off because if I beach, I want to beach usually, and if I don't, I'll just claim that it's a tactical beaching. You can turn it on if you simply are a bit overloaded with everything that's happening in game, and if it's mostly just a matter of you are so focused on shooting something, so you need the binocular view, and you want to get it, then you can also select this. Otherwise, in general, we have a very, very nice UI guide that maybe Mr. Tekan, if he's still in chat, can drop here. It's a publication that our two great content managers and editors created for you guys that show you all of the different things that you can do in here with those settings to improve your gameplay experience. In general, I always recommend you to go for the alternative interface mode on full because it gives you more information, and definitely take the smoke screen timer and smoke screen boundaries because it will help you, especially in DD matches. So, tier 6, let me check. I think Tuccy gave me the French DD, the Guépard, and the Guépard is...
Okay, so, yeah. So then give us some theory and...
so, in general, in general, French DDs don't have smoke. That's just something you have to keep in mind. So how are you going to play these ships? They're not the best cap contenders. No, they're actually very good gunboats, and that's how you want to build them. Because if you try to force them into an environment where they are supposed to, work, where you usually have smoke available and where you can fight other DDs and caps, then they simply won't be fun for you to play. So that's just something to keep in mind. So I'm definitely using the upgraded version here. I'm going for the propulsion modification because losing the engine is the worst thing that can happen to you. So I just want to reduce the risk.
Especially in the French DD.
Yes. Here, it's really a bit up to you. Since this is a gunboat, I'm still going to go for the aiming system modification just to get a little bit of extra hits. And here, I usually either go for propulsion modification or steering gears. I'm checking here the rudder shift time, it's around 4 seconds. That's fine for me when it comes to wiggling. I want to play around a bit more with my speed, and this module gives me a 50% bonus for this, so I'll just take this. And then you have here the selection of the consumables. As you can see here, starting with tier 6, you will have the main battery reload booster, which is going to give you basically a 50% reduction of reload time during the time window of 15 seconds. So that's great if you have to engage, for example, another DD. So be clever about when to use this. Also, for example, the AP works great against lightly armored cruisers. So be mindful about when you want to trigger this. Not just for farming, but overall, I would take it to get the maximum out of it. And then when it comes to commander skills, I'm actually not going to use this one. He's going to go back to the reserve, and we're going to assign a different commander. Maybe I can just take a 10-point commander to give a bit of an example. Here, Olivier Briand.
I will just jump into it. CA12 NAC 3. The code doesn't work even though my accounts are linked. So much for technology and its application. Well, the problem isn't in linking the account. The code works regardless of whether your account is linked or not. So you are probably inputting a wrong code. Just try to check whether the first letter is I, whether you don't use the version that floated in the chat with the exclamation mark there, or you don't have L there, and stuff like that. The code works.
And if, for example, if copy pasting doesn't work, just type it in.
Yeah.
And then it should work. So just to give you a bit of an idea of what my thinking here is, so I do want to see how many people are targeting me because it gives me an idea of how aware the enemy team is of what I'm doing. Last stand, take it. There's no discussion about this. If you lose your engine, you're very likely to be, just hit much, much more often, and that means you're going to die very quickly, so always take last stand on DDs. Then we have Survivability Expert. I'm a fighter, so I need that extra HP, so I'm getting for each tier.
Take this skill only on battleships.
Oh, yeah. Please don't put it on battleships, because it's not a percentage-based bonus, it's a flat bonus. So on a battleship, obviously, it won't help you as much. And then I'm still going for concealment, because I do want to be able to do something about enemy DDs and not be spotted that early on. So it drops me to 7 kilometers, and going to take one of the beautiful camouflages, and I think I'm going to show you the red heat one that you're going to be able to get over the course of the weekend.
Your DD got rusty.
Yes, it's very rusty. It has been sitting here for ages. And then signals. please use them if you have them. For example, the speed boost is going to be very helpful. I mean, this DD is already pretty fast for that tier, and you will get a boost for that. And I don't want to detonate, so I'm going to use that. Maybe get some additional commander XP and some free XP. And with that, I don't want you guys to watch me too long doing this, so I'm going to ready up. If I can find my beautiful division window somewhere around here. Actually, where is...
Okay. To get back to the mission and the code, for those of you who are still not entirely sure how they work, right? Let's have a look at my screen here. So once you've ended the code, which just for the record is I only came for codes, all capitals with a 4, it will give you this mission. This will show up within probably 10-15 seconds. This mission chain requires you only to earn a certain amount of base XP. The amount of base XP is going to get larger with every battle that you basically win. So the final one is for 1600 base XP, and it will reward you a French destroyer's container. Now, this is one of 4 codes you'll be able to get this month, and one of 4 missions. We're gonna do our best to basically have these codes available during pretty much every stream that we are gonna do this month, but they're only going to be available while we're actually live, and they'll expire as soon as we finish the stream. If you manage to complete all 4 of these missions, you will also get a cool commemorative Kitty Kurfürst flag, which is always nice to have, and you'll be able to earn a total of 10 French destroyer containers, which can of course drop missions to 10 French destroyers and also other nice things. So worth it. And in addition for this, we've got our regular Twitch drops going on. If you're confused, if this is too much information for you, if you're not entirely sure what you can get, how, when, where, if you head to our portal on worldofwarships.eu or worldofwarships.com, or I think even worldofwarships.asia, there should be a guide that explains exactly what you can earn throughout update 0.8.6 by watching our streams and contributor streams.
Yeah, I think that article should be everywhere.
Yes.
So go check it out. And then we've got other cool stuff coming soon. There'll be some Gamescom swag for the people who come. There'll be some Gamescom swag for the people who don't come. There's lots of nice stuff in the pipeline that you'll be able to obtain around about this channel.
Yeah. Nuclear Funk is asking, you said there are symbols of France in the directives. Where? I think they actually
they are indirectly there, because in the directives you get containers, and from the containers you can get the
early access
for
ships.
Destroyers. So
yes.
That's increasing your symbols of France amounts.
Wow, are we playing 3 destroyers?
Yeah,
yes.
He switched from CB. I don't know why, but
And
I didn't want to wait.
Into G5. That's fine. Where are we going?
So
okay.
I'm going towards A. So overall, basically, symbols of France. So the Republic tokens, you get them from removing the symbols of France from your ships, and you get them through the missions that are available for the Bayard, for the Sirocco, and for the tier 5 to tier 8 early access DDs.
Yes. So basically, for 5-6 you get the coal, and for 7-8 you get the Republic tokens.
Yeah.
And 9 if you manage to get all the way. Damn it! I had a question, but I
One of
lost
us
it
should go
because
to D.
there's
We'll
so
be
much.
only 3 DDs. Mr. Conway, can you? I can also go, but we need to have someone spot. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I don't
Admiral
know why we
Reuter
picked 3
is
DDs.
advising you to go mid Flambus style, and since he's
No,
an admiral,
no,
he has to know what
no.
he's talking.
No, you
It's
know
an
my
admiral. Come on, it's like he knows what he's doing.
you know my answer to this. If you watched this stream before, like I don't like this approach initially, because most of the time there's something going to be down here waiting for you to make that mistake and be in there. What I like to do is once the game cleared up a bit, and you know that, for example, a team is stuck over here, you can use that shortcut to the enemy base, but it's still a very risky move. So we do have an 8-kilometer torpedo range, so we can still Invisitorp with our 7-kilometer range of detectability. I mean, you can see this here indicated on the minimap.
It's the
Is it
circle of
only
life.
the code that works in stream time, or do I have to complete all 5 missions in stream time?
No.
It's only the code. You then have time to finish the missions. Don't worry. We
Yes.
don't expect you to fulfill all the missions in 1 hour.
Yes,
Or how?
we're not that evil.
Yeah. 1 hour and something left from the stream, so don't worry. Just activate the code and get ready for the magic.
Exactly. And the expiration date is always marked in the mission tab, so we'll see that.
Thank you very much for the raid, Isolate, and welcome to all you isolated people, if that's the right term for you rejects.
Using Kennel to flank enemies late. Now lads, you smash in there and at the start of the game with 6 battleships. Yes, of course, I love the battleship trains through the middle in a destroyer.
Can I get this cap for free?
Maybe, looks like.
Oh, yes, the T-22. I'll say thank you and retreat. And then we can try. So here on the lower tiers, you don't have the best shell arcs. They will get better, basically starting with tier 8.
Will you be announcing the special code streams ahead, maybe on the website news?
We already did.
We have already.
Okay, I'm going to be a bit careful here. Let's get the New Mexico. So here we get the DD again. Trying to get the cap.
Code gives 19 points, Crysantos Captain.
I wish.
No,
I wish.
It would have been nice, but no.
19 point what, Captain?
Crysantos Captain.
Ah. Yes, maybe someday.
Hopefully someday.
Maybe we should just request it.
Give us Smurf, it redeemed, but no clue what it did. Redeemed about 20 minutes ago. Well, just check the personal missions in the in-game, in the port. You will see it.
I think there's another DD here, not just the T-22. So in case he panics.
Your stream is in the middle of the day, making it impossible to use your code by working people. Well, for us it's in the middle of the evening. It's unfortunately the thing that's connected to the time zones. This is regularly like a EU stream, so...
Yeah, it's basically the EU prime time right now. So, I mean, obviously we're trying to, you know, find the best solution and, you know, have as many people be able to redeem the bonus code, you know, while we're online. For example, these streams here, we timed them. You are dead? What? Why? So we need to buff T61, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now I lost my thought of train. We extended the duration of the stream by 1 hour to accommodate for that a little bit. So I want to set this New Mexico on fire again.
But please bear in mind, you can watch Twitch on your mobile phone. You can enter the bonus code while at work. There's many options. Like you don't have to actually be at home if you really want to do it. And we will have other streams that you'll be able to get codes from.
Yeah, I mean our American colleagues also are doing streams. So those should be more suited for your time slot. But
there
anyway,
should be one tomorrow. Check the events tab. There should be an NA stream tomorrow. So if your friends are missing out on this, they should be able to get one tomorrow, closer to NA prime time.
Yeah, and you can enter the code on the website. Regardless, you don't need to be in a game for that. It's
question from Zordage2. Can you get them if you've got the Twitch running in the back while playing? Absolutely, you can, yes. I mean, many people like to just listen to their favorite Twitch stream as well if you don't have a second screen. But as long as you're watching the stream, you are eligible for Twitch drops. Yeah, I kind of potatoed. I got killed by an Egler. Well, and other ships. It was an Alba that really did me in.
Are you sure it wasn't an Oba?
Yes, I'm sure it was an Alba.
Okay. So, something is coming through the middle. I definitely want to contest that. And it's a Farragut. Okay, and he's smoking up, so he's going to give me the option to actually.
Right, he's also going to brawl with a Scharnhorst. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, well, that's basically German destroyer against American destroyer. And he has no camo. Well, my friend, I think I'll help my Scharnhorst here. I just hope the Scharnhorst is maneuvering a lot.
So far, it looks as though he is probably going to die to torpedoes.
What's taking the Indomitable and Ark Royal so long? Well, Ark Royal, actually, you guys can show it if you want. because Ark Royale is currently in the testing on the live server.
The Showers got it with the torp. As I've said, it was a DD versus DD
He
fight.
was fine, and he managed to dodge the torpedo, turn around, and drive back in it on the way.
That happens though. I feel for that. There was
especially for battleships. Basically, once you start turning, it's very hard to stop turning.
It was a destroyer.
Oh, wait, what?
No. The Farragut,
Farragut.
managed to dodge the torpedo, then circle back around, catch it again, and get torpedoed by the Scharnhorst.
I was looking into chat, so I wasn't paying attention. I thought that the Scharnhorst
No.
torpedoes.
That would have been understandable, or more understandable, yes.
But it can happen. I mean, I understand there was a lovely meme on Reddit like 2 weeks ago, about the fact that, hey, you beautifully dodged that torpedo salvo just to see that you're turning back into it. Which sometimes happens. What's with this lava?
This is what is called a Conway move. What did you do to him?
Kenobal has watched the stream a couple of times. I think he just knows what's up.
Yeah. So there was a question here by Wandering Bread. What's with this lava? It feels like it's been missing for ages. Currently, no news. Sometimes just for some ships when we're not sure, when we're going to release it or whether we're going to do any more changes. We stay silent for a bit until we know what we're going to do, and then we're going to inform you. So give us a bit of time, and then we'll inform you.
Counter 2019, I do not see any rewards after entering the code. There are not rewards as such, there is a mission. Check your personal assignments.
So Tuccy, we're going to use you for more streams to be able to repeat answers for these questions all the time.
Yeah, well, I know. Maybe we should anticipate and just prepare them like a, general messages.
Like a PSA ticker somewhere. So there's the T-22. I want to get this cap and then I want to brawl the T-22. But he's turning away. Oh, no. Somebody was reset.
Oh.
And Lieutenant Spitfire.
Syntax error 1969 makes a very good point. Tuccy is sitting in the center at the back, which in a silent raider means he's in command chair. Is he in charge of those two?
He wishes.
Yes.
He wishes.
Okay, come on, guys. I give you the French DDs.
That's true, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, show some appreciation.
By having you here today. No, we're working in a team, so we're all different positions basically. Our boss overall is the Lord of Droids.
Yes.
By the way, I see some more good questions there. God Emperor Brody is asking, why can I not access the new DDs? I merely want to take part in the trial. So they are already released, but you can't get them unless you get a mission. To get a mission, you need to go and play some directives to get French containers, and those can drop a mission to get one of the destroyers. Otherwise, they'll be released regularly with the next update. You can also redeem our amazing bonus code, I only came for codes, and that will give you a mission to earn an additional French container.
Oh, Wolf2293. No one is in charge on Conway. He's proven that several times.
That's true.
So you seem to have a reputation already.
Do we have contact with super testers? Asks Eric Glass. What do you think?
We avoid them.
They're terrible.
They're weird people. Weird people. They're helping us testing stuff and so on.
They play World of Warships all day. I mean, and that's super suspicious.
Where can I get the World of Warships swag in the shop? It's all World of Tanks. There is some World of Warships merchandise there as well.
Yeah, but there might be a lot of stuff sold out because we had
a
very
major
big
sale,
sale.
So yeah, some things might have ended.
New Master Richard, can I leave this T-20U to you, and I will try to defend B, and then you should go and cap C.
We saw some trailers about U-boats. Is it possible they will really be released in some months? So we do this series called Naval Legends about historical warships and especially museum ships. We've done one, I think that's non-historical, about the Russian battleship Vladivostok. But maybe we'll do more of those going forwards. But we thought that it's so nice to also give a shout out to the museum ships that aren't present in game. We've done that with a few before, and there's no reason to exclude submarines from that because they're historically interesting. People like the content. And these museums are there, the ships are there, so we decided to make some naval legends about the submarines. The fact that we're doing them has nothing to do with submarine release.
Tinken81 thinks that it looks like I am one of those little angel demon figures on your shoulder. It's
mostly demon.
It's like that, but it's a new system, demon.
Yes, that's I can definitely verify that. So Aoba, no, Aoba, you don't want to turn out. You want to then turn back in, no, because you want to be greedy.
Yeah. If the question about separatists was aiming on whether they play, yes, they do. They play a lot.
Well, if they
yes, and we are very thankful for having such dedicated.
That's actually one of the problems we kind of have with the separatist team. That generally we ideally would like to have players of all skill levels, but generally it's above average players who apply and then have the stamina to stay with the testing schedule. So it kind of distorts the test ship results.
So the main thing I'm trying to do here right now is just keep those guys decapped, because otherwise they will get this cap and we're already behind on points. And by the time the Arizona is hopefully able to get the cap.
Oh, you're sliding out of range.
Wolf Hunter, if I read correctly, what happened to the wallpapers you released some time ago? Can't seem to find them anymore. Yeah, they currently are not on the website, but every once in a while we remind them to the website guys. Currently there is kind of problem with implementing that because the structure changed. But we know that there are people out there who like to have cute wallpapers, and we did a lot of awesome artworks over the years. So they will probably come back, but I can't tell you when.
I need someone to decamp that Scharnhorst.
I don't think.
No. They should. The New York should be.
New York should be in range.
Any chance to get the cruiser as SMS Gneisenau or Scharnhorst into the game? That's the World War I armored cruisers. Unfortunately, doesn't really look like that, because ships of this era have kind of problem that they are in their basic principle very similar to Mikasa, so they have very few guns of the main battery, and they are not really that comfortable to play, and we can't really make the secondaries more powerful, because then it would bring other problems with them. So yeah, unlikely for now. Even though I would love to see them, but they probably won't be too much fun right now.
That's a perfect ambush island.
Yeah, but I don't want to go for the ambush because he has Torps too, and I can't really take that fight. And I need to play this safe.
Why is the USS Salt Lake City not in the game anymore? Well, she was basically a test ship when we were splitting the American cruiser line, and we were re-tiering basically the heavy cruisers. And yeah, she served only as a test ship for the tier 6 Pensacola, so that's why Pensacola moved down, and that's it.
So, Mr. In the Nicholas, if you're listening, Crysantos could use some smoke.
No. Just survive, man. Survive.
What?
It's fine. Yeah, but I mean, I can use the smoke, yes.
Yes,
but
that's
then
what I mean.
he won't be spotted anymore. Oh, the New York is going to spot.
What is Wargaming doing against the recruitment bots? Well, we are trying to.
I can be very, very clear about this. So if you're trying to gamble there, we will ban you. So if you break the rules, you're going to be sanctioned. And those guys that were reported, we checked them, and those who infringed on our rules, they were punished. Yeah. So it's very straightforward.
We are banning quite a lot of them, but obviously, if you see them in battle, please share the screenshot, because it helps us to catch more.
And especially we helps us catching them quicker.
Yeah, we do have an automated system, but that definitely speeds up the process of catching them.
Yes.
So as you can see, this ship is a great gunboat, and I love the HE. Now, finally, I might have a broadside for AP, but I think he's going to go down before that. There we go. And now,
nice work.
I will try to get the B cap back, because we're still down on one cap. So
it's time to push the button, Chris.
Yes, true. Thank you.
Can you only have one DD mission at one time? Do you need to finish one before you can get the next? No, You can get them all, and you can basically then fulfill them all at the same time. It's like with the previous early access missions.
So this is now tricky. The Scharnhorst somehow has to basically land all torpedoes left and right and survive the torpedoes from the other Scharnhorst. Let's see whether he can do that. And you will have to keep the Aoba spotted, and I'll try to cap. Problem is we're down on points and on cap zones, which is really, really tricky. And our Scharnhorst is going to die. He's not going to be able to, withstand that kind of firepower over here.
Is that an actual French guy back there? No, I am not French.
But you do speak French.
Un petit peu.
No.
Un très petit peu. I can theoretically speak on the survival level. Like I can order in restaurants, I can fill in the tax form and stuff. But yeah, no.
Do you really count filling out the tax forms as like survival level? I would say that's advanced level. Crysantos?
Yes?
I think you're going to lose this game.
We might.
You do still have one consumable of the Daka left.
True. Well, I wanted to keep it, in case the guy comes closer, but the points don't look very...
He knows what's up.
No, that Aoba played very well. He kept his range. He has a good aim, so I'll give him a +1.
I know, he killed me.
Well, that's not really like a indicator for skill.
I see.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to win this. In general, it would have been better to, initially when I said, for example, the Nicholas should be going to sea, that would have been really helpful by now, just to be able to deny the cap and help the other battleship with, just spotting and providing some torpedo pressure. Even though I appreciate the help, New Master Richard, just for the future, this is going to be more helpful for securing the win, to go for the objectives. Because overall, at the end of the day, it's all about winning the battle. Will U-boats or submarines be added sometime to the game? So we already, we kind of answered this. We had the submarine PvE event last year during Halloween, where we tried out submarines, how they work, how they interact with surface ships. We're investigating the possibility to, add submarines at some point, maybe to the game as well. But so far, it's too early to say anything. If we're at this point where we can talk about this, and this would be a thing, we will definitely do it. For now, there's no info on that. That's the answer for that. How do you start the missions? Forget the directives? No. So the missions, it's super simple. So you can already see here, for example, the missions that I'm working on, right? So I have Liberty, leading the people, wisdom of the ages. So these are directive missions. I can show you this also out of the post battle screen. Overall, they're basically two places. BB's Beauty Palace.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Beautiful nickname, and thank you for the reminder for water. I'll definitely do that right now. So you have the directives over here, right? And if the chat windows wouldn't clutter this up here, you can see, hey, these are all of the missions that are currently ongoing, and you don't have to select them. You basically just check, hey, how can I do this mission? Then here you will see fire with everything, hit enemy ships 200 times with secondary battles. You click on it and you will see with what ships you can do this. Tier 5 or higher for random co-op ranked ships, blah. So easy. You can just, check what you can do. You pick a ship accordingly. And then you have combat missions. So these missions over here, they're also running in the background. You have combat missions and personal assignments. So these are, for example, the Bayard, Sirocco, Les Fantasques, Vauquelin, Guépard, Jaguar. Missions that you can see here that we talked about earlier. So these give you Republic tokens once you're able to do them. So you can see I have the Guépard, and I did this mission in the background. Then you have personal assignments. This is where you're, for example, going to find Twitch drop missions, or the mission that we dropped today with the bonus code, the fight with us week 1. Basically, I already did stage 1 by earning 1200 base XP in one battle. Now I earned 1300 base XP and so on, and so I'm going to be able to get that very quickly. And you don't have to select anything. The only thing where you have to select stuff in the game is when it comes to campaigns. Because campaigns, you can basically pick the current mission that you want to take. So you click here on campaigns, you see I have 3 out of 3 selected, and then you basically click on it, you select which kind of, like a bit of a hardcore player when it comes to that. I already finished all of them, but for example, let's say I would like to do over here. I still have some missions to do. I could go here. I could click on accept. I already have the maximum accepted, and then it would move into this window, and then you would have these as active additional campaign missions. But all of the other missions, they're running in the background. You can just play and get all of the cool stuff for free by playing. Easy, very easy.
Yep.
Slow click 81. Hello, can someone give me 1 day of premium account? I am poor. Well.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry, MrConway.
Well, sometimes you can get lucky with some missions because quite a lot of rewards
this
premium
weekend.
time.
This weekend, Tucky. This weekend we have the Day of the Russian Navy, and you will be able to get 1 day of premium account for World of Warships by simply playing the game and doing the mission.
And there is another basically guaranteed way how to get premium time. Participate in the public test, because one of the usual rewards is a wargaming container that always contains 1 day of premium time.
Yeah. So, Richard, thank you very much for playing with us. It was a pleasure having you. I'm going to check whether Mr. Moritz Bense is also available. And no, you're offline, so you're out. Then we have BYOB Big Hats. Let's see what the Big Hats is online. He is in a battle, so he's out for now as well. Then we have Mr. NEPL the Yoda. Invite me. I am doing that right now. So you want to play the Thunderer. Why don't you show us the Thunderer?
Well, the Thunderer.
Which is work in progress, guys. Remember, this is work in progress. It's not final, so don't freak out.
Arlen, how do you participate in the public test? Just wait, the new public test will be starting soon for the upcoming update. So just follow the website and you will see all necessary instructions there. Basically, you have to create a public test account on the separate public test server and download the test client, and then just test. Just play the test client, fulfill the missions, and be there. And of course, if you then decide to go to the forum and share feedback with us, we would be very grateful.
In general, guys, this is not only true for the public test, it's also true for the new update or whatever you see in the game. We're always happy to read your feedback. What we would like to see is constructive feedback, because it doesn't help us if you come to the forums and tell us, hey, this is shit. You should tell us why you dislike a certain aspect of the game and how we could improve it, and then we usually collect all of this feedback, we compile it, and we send it to our developers, and they can take a look at what you guys think about the game. And that is true for all aspects. Don't be shy when it comes to providing feedback about things that you have seen in the game for a long time, and you think that a lot of people must have posted this on the forums already. They might have not. So please share it with us in a constructive way. We're very happy to read it. It's also true for the update. So for example, today we released update 8.6. What do you think about it? What do you like? What do you dislike? Let us know, and then we can tell that to our developers. Yeah. And with that, I'm going to push the No.
I was quickly going to tell people about Thunderer. Right.
Okay.
So as you can see, this is a Conqueror, right? And this is a Thunderer. You'll notice they're very similar. Right now,
how could that
Conqueror
be?
has two gun choices. It has a 419mm gun and a 457. 457 is a rarely used option, I think, because usually when people play the Conqueror, they go for the maximum amount of gun barrels, because each gun has each shell has a 48% chance of causing fire. Lots of guns, lots of chances to cause fire, which is for many Conqueror players the main source of causing damage. So the big difference is it does not have this gun choice. The other big difference is Conqueror gets this ridiculously 3D printing heal, which can be really helpful and can heal like up to 33,000 damage in just 20 seconds, which is amazing. Thunderer, on the other hand, does not have this same crazy heal. It can heal up only 15,000-ish, maybe a bit more, my math's bad, 18,000, and does it in 28 seconds rather than the 20 seconds that the Conqueror does it in. It does get this 457mm gun battery, which has a staggering 65% fire chance on AG, which is very nice.
Barbecue.
Yes. The guns are rather low velocity, So I'll have to see what the arcs look like in game and how usable it is. But it also gets an interesting option to mount to get a defensive fire consumable, so it can hold its own against the odd CV as well. So I think we'll just try it out and see how it performs in game. I haven't really. Is the armor layout? Do we have any differences in armor layout?
No. It's
have a quick
it
look.
should be the same armor layout, and you also have the raised citadel.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, this is just a change we made because we saw a lot of comments about that the Conqueror might be too easy to play and you can't really punish it for making mistakes. So we wanted to change that aspect, basically make her punishable. And if she shows broadside now, you will see if you see an enemy Conqueror, go for AP, go hit that citadel. And yes, less talking, more playing.
Yes,
while we push this button, I will just show this once more.
Yeah, the code.
If you haven't redeemed this bonus code yet, go do it now because it's only going to be active for another hour. And then you have enough time to finish the mission. You don't have to finish the mission during the stream, but the bonus code will only be active during the stream.
MrConway, I have a question for you here from John L. 1967, if I remember correctly. Yes. And the question is, Twitch chat, whether Crysantos is as nice as he seems on the stream.
Of course.
It just was a question for MrConway.
Oh! What would you say?
We'll talk about that another week when he's not here.
He's treating us well. He lets us out regularly.
And we are on the new map that was introduced with this update.
Alpha. There actually was a question in the chat earlier.
North? D? DD?
I would go
whether you could
C
play
because
on
there's
this
no
map.
radar.
So you can play on this map.
Yes, so basically this is a map with battle tier 8 to 10, which means that you can basically enter this map with tier 6 ships and above. And yeah, so you can see that there are two variations of it. Basically one with 3 cap zones, A, B, C, and here you have A, B, C, D, with one of them already pre-capped. I can see that the enemy team doesn't have any kind of radar, so I'll be a little bit ballsy and try to grab C.
Yeah, and by the way, can I just say, Warrior Rogue on YouTube is saying you should play One Republic's Thunder Song when you play the ship, so I'm sorry.
One Republic.
No, so no, like, I don't know how I can stress how much no I want to say to this.
No, so, I think you can. I think you can.
I can?
Yes.
It's a challenge though. So if we're going to play a song about thunder, right? So we could go with AC/DC, right? There's a nice song there.
And that's it. That's already like
no. Oh. And there's the Prodigy. Fantastic song. Yes, Thunderstruck's works, but I would choose the Prodigy, which is one of my favorite songs.
The youth from Malta is asking, do you play World of Tanks as well? I have to admit, I started World of Tanks recently again because every once in a while I get this urge to try to progress in the Czechoslovakian tech tree and to try out the Italian tech tree and stuff like that. But I have to admit, I kind of miss being able to be on the move all the time, and the maps are just full of deadly bushes. I don't know. It's probably a bit too twitchy for me already. I'm already old man.
So for me, I played World of Tanks mostly when I started working for Wargaming because I wanted to catch up on the game. But I'm a very loyal World of Warships player, and that's my favorite game. So I'm not really playing World of Tanks that much. And I haven't played it since the release of 1.0 too much. MrConway actually used to be a very, very, very passionate World of Tanks player.
Yes, I have, I think, 13,000 games. I used to be a Unicum, but...
then you took Arrow in the...
But I played 13,000 games, and at some point, that was enough. I don't know. I appreciate my tanks, bros, and I appreciate the game, and it's a good game, but it's no longer for me.
Yeah. Wolf2293 is 457mm going to be a recurring gimmick? Seems to be a... Damn it, I lost the question. Twitch chat, come on, work with me. Basically the question about the 457mm guns or 18-inch guns if you prefer on the alternative battleships. It looks like a recurring gimmick right now because because historically those nations
I got conquered. No.
worked with
By the way,
457mm guns as a alternative design. They generally didn't get selected because it was not needed, or they were generally too big. It's better to have more smaller guns. But Crysantos is now dying to tell us something.
Where the are you guys at?
Well, I was going to push through here, but then I saw this half. But then I saw this half moon of enemies, and I would have been dead already. I needed to back out again because nobody else pushed in with me. And you know, I'm the first person in a battleship to push. Always.
But look where you at. It's like all of you are here
and
like trying to make baby battleships. Well, it cost me a lot of health. I was a little bit too greedy there. That's also my mistake. But then I just realized that I have 0 backup that could help me with that Harugumo. So I should have moved out of there. That was my fault. But overall, don't do this. Do support your DDs. Like, you know, be close to it, because we already lost the DD. We already lost the cruiser here on the B zone, and we're not gaining any traction here on the D zone. So you know, you have to kind of always keep an eye on the minimap to fight the right fight.
Richie Boy 911, hey guy in the back, sorry I don't know your name. I'm Tuccy. Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, but that hurt a lot.
Remember to click the map a bunch when you get mad. I think that's on you.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. I usually rage ping a little bit, but it's mostly about, you know, hey, you guys go deal with this, because I think when it comes to the game, a lot of people completely forget about the tools of communication that you have available in the game. You can chat, you can highlight things on a minimap. Go do it. Obviously, don't overdo it. Yeah, don't be that person. But you can always, you know, try to show the team where you could really use the help.
Can you play the Ohio? T-Money, the guys played the Ohio at the beginning of the stream. Right now,
we'll do it again.
Yeah, I'll do it because I haven't played it.
Yeah, they will show you Ohio again.
Chris and me will do it together.
Oh,
you
double
know
Ohio.
how much I hate double battleship things.
But we can take someone from chat.
You can take survivability expert.
So I need that Montana to keep moving, and I hope you're not watching the stream. Yeah, you might be. Okay, let me push you a bit out of your comfort zone here.
Oh, this is a nice question. What ship that is not in the game would each of you 3 like to see make it in? So I will start with myself. I would love to have in game USS Wyoming in her last configuration when she served as a gunnery training ship for anti-aircraft guns. Basically, imagine Wyoming meets Atlanta. The ship.
Wow.
Just Google for the ship. The ship looked so ugly that it's beautiful.
That was a really good blind shot.
Crysantos, you.
Sorry, what? What's the question? I'm dead.
What ship would you like to see in game?
I would like to see a Space Yamato. No.
Space Yamato.
No.
We already had that.
No, honestly, I what would I like to see in game? I think at this point, I'm not entirely sure, because I'm not a big naval history buff, so I don't know what else is missing. The most important ships for me are already coming to the game. I would be looking forward to, in general, the Italian battleship line, because I think Roma is already very beautiful, and looking forward to also see her sister ship to make it to the game.
So you like beer cans?
I do like beer cans and related things like the Roma.
H44.
H44. Go away.
Yes. No. I don't know. Like, just think it's probably going to break the game, but that's why you like it, because Mr. Conway really likes strong ships.
It's okay. We can add it only to employee accounts.
Okay. I can live with that.
Tuccy, do you like tux? Not necessarily.
Do you like what?
Tux. I think those crackers. I hope.
Okay.
Tux. Okay.
Yeah, tux. What?
That's a random.
There was an
stream.
American ship that I was really happy to see, or would be happy to see, but I forgot which one it was. Sorry.
Could you add an option to manual collect containers? It's boring for me to have to do it manually every day. Oh, you mean automatic collection?
Because
the option is already there. You just don't collect them, and they get picked automatically at the end of the day by the game.
So we had this discussion, right? So, for example, me personally, I like to collect things, and I like to collect them, when they're available. So I click the button, at least at the end of the day. Next to me, we have MrConway, and when I ask MrConway to please collect his containers, he always tells me that, but Chris, it's going to be automatically redeemed at the end of the day, so I don't have to do it. I'll just open them the next day.
Yes.
And exactly that's what's happening. So you don't have to collect this way.
Come on, AP!
Oh,
I believe!
Wolf 2293.
Yes! Oh, nice.
Oh,
Is
nice.
that another citizen?
Oh, come on. Iron Jesus. Oh, he's dead. Fine.
You can still win this, by the way.
Wolf, I'd love to see a T5DD with a 457mm gun. It uses the recoil as a propulsion. Well, this is I hope it's a joke, but actually the Soviets tried to mount 305mm recoilless guns on destroyers. The test setup, you can find photos. The test setup looks completely absurd. It kinda worked, as in the recoilless gun really was recoilless and the destroyer survived the shooting, but the reload was kind of awkward.
After seeing the Ochotnik, I'm not surprised by any other Russian design anymore.
Oh yeah.
We have a DD. We need more guns. Okay, let's make it a bit longer and add more guns. But I think this is something that I don't know whether I would like to see it in the game, but I would still like to see it modeled. Is, for example, the what is it called, the Kurkuf?
What? Oh, Surkov.
Surkov,
yeah. It actually was mentioned today in the chat as well. The French cruiser submarine.
Yes, with what, a 210
twin 203mm guns.
Isn't this ridiculous?
And a plane, and in total, counting external torpedo tubes, about I think 12 torpedo tubes of 2 different calibers. So yeah, it would be a kind of weird thing.
Yeah, and Torquil Noble says Crysantos is having far too much fun. Hello? This is, the reason why we're having this stream is so that I can have some additional fun.
Gaming is serious business.
Exactly.
No fun allowed.
Come on!
MrConway seems
up the
to
bum.
be having fun as well, especially now burning.
Are you? Wow, that's
He's
basically
really hanging
like a wet piece of paper in the water.
I want one more
Keeping
volley.
you floating.
One more volley.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm unspotted.
Yes, and you can get that
Smoke.
Or you can. Well, they won't really save you now.
No, but maybe I can.
Oh! Maybe you can.
Maybe I can get the drop.
Sao to get greedy.
Yeah, he's behind the corner.
Yes. He might do it.
Yeah.
Reverse and just slap him.
Let's see, maybe.
Gotta love battleships.
But I'm right now really worried that like a random stray shot at the Minotaur is gonna hit me.
Burning a conqueror is the definition of poetic justice. I absolutely agree, Wolf. I absolutely agree.
Yes.
And he's coming slowly.
Give it its own medicine.
Oh,
Don't die, Mr. Conway, says
He's
Richie Boy.
angling.
Exactly. Don't die.
You have 457mm guns.
Oh, come on.
I'm in smoke. He won't be able to see me.
Oh, no.
Someone spot him. You gotta be kidding me.
He must be greedy. Come on, be greedy, Sao.
There he is.
Oh, he's turning. Oh, he might still be able to. Yeah, just do it.
Do it. Make them count. You're last.
Nice.
Yes. Well, you
all
didn't
the
sing him,
HP
but
you need.
There's
nice.
you young at 5 kilometers.
Okay, this is really a nail biter.
But
So
that was a beautiful ambush.
Nice. You just joined. What is the Thunderer? It's an alternative version of the Conqueror, basically.
Well,
it's more basically leaning towards the idea of having strong AA because you have defensive AA. It should be pretty accurate, and you don't have the option to drop down to 490mm. You only stick with the 457.
Yes, and it loses the 3D printer.
Yeah. So,
why does a BB have a defensive AA? Well, because it can.
As a gimmick. We also have this, for example, on the hood. So it's not the first Royal Navy battleship that has that, even though the hood has a very specific one, which works mostly on the close range AA with the rockets.
Somebody said the Thunderer is Boris Johnson's yacht.
No comment.
Isn't Thunder made as a joke from Little White Mice? Well, the Thunder is a legit British battleship name, so yep. Why not make it a bit meme-worthy? World of Warships, are you giving ships today to us? No, we are giving you a mission with the code.
Well, so I mean, we don't give out ships straight away, but you can get, for example, an Eagle as part of the Twitch drops. And then with the mission that we're dropping today, and I'm just going to show that bonus code again. So here, if you enter this bonus code after you demounted your bathroom mirror to actually decode it, you can finish this mission and get French DD containers, which means you can get the early access French DD missions. It's slightly warm here, yes. Might have now reached the outside temperature of 37 degrees. So I'm going to cycle in. I think we have time for 2 more games. So the Yoda, thank you very much for playing with us. It was a pleasure having a match with you. And then I'll check who else we have. Montgomery too. Are you still alive?
So I'm going to play the Ohio if you.
Well, I'm definitely going to play the Ohio.
So then we both play the Ohio. This is fine.
You know I hate it, but I
anyway.
can't force you to not take it. Eric Glass is the next person in the line to join us for a match. And let me pick my Ohio. I think I still need to...
I really liked it in the first game, by the way. But run us through what your setup is. I did not opt for like a full secondary build.
Okay, so I didn't really go for a full secondary build either. So what I'm doing first usually is when I have a new test ship, I'm trying to figure out what it's good at, what it's bad at. You can take a look at the stats. So here we'll see 96.3k HP, which is all good. Torpedo protection, 37% is quite nice. Not as high as on the Yamato, but still good enough. You see, okay, I have the 457mm guns, which means you don't have the overmatch mechanic of the Yamato with the 460mm, but you see it almost deals 16k damage with a Citadel AP shell. So that's going to be a lot of alpha if you hit something. And the reload time is sitting at 22.9 seconds because I'm using the reload module. The firing range is 21.6, which is more than fine for a battleship, so we don't have to do anything about this. And you can see the AA is very strong. Here you can see the long range AA guns, what kind of DPS they generate, which is 2000 with the blast and 308 continuous, but the strongest one is the mid zone. And yes, so AA should be absolutely okay. We're not the fastest battleship with 28 knots, and the turning circle radius is going to be painful. It's just good to know this. It's not really about the specific value. It's just good for you to know 950 meters, it's going to take ages to turn this ship. And the rudder shift with 15 seconds is average for a battleship, and it doesn't have a great detectability. And I'm going to paint this ship in, I think, this is your day commander
beautiful
camouflage, which is my favorite camo. And then signal flags in general for battleships, I would always recommend going for India Delta because it just gives you a boost to your heal. I would also take India Yankee because it just reduces the amount of time you're on fire. Yep. And then the rest is a bit optional.
Actually, I have to say, like nowadays, I also on my battleships always opt for the flooding flag. Because after the changes that we made to flooding recently, flooding is no longer so punishing.
That is true, yes.
That, you know, before flooding was really like you flood, you will hit the repair button or you die. This is pretty much it. Now with flooding, it's a lot more like fire, where if you have a single flood, you should most of the time opt not to repair it and let it run out because you can heal all of the damage back. And if you take the flooding flag, it'll reduce that time by 20%, which will obviously help you throughout the battle. So if you like to push in your battleships, which I definitely do, and I know Crysantos does, you always run the risk of eating 1 or 2 torpedoes. It will happen. There's just nothing you can do about it in some situations. So the flooding flag is not a bad pick.
Grease Monkey is asking what happened with HMS Indomitable. Has she been canned? No, but she's just chilling somewhere, having a party with Viribus Unitis and Tone and other ships that are just in the void waiting for their opportunity.
Yeah. What is the Sigma of the Ohio right now? I don't know, Fritzget. I think 1.9, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, you'd have to check Game Models 3D right now if you want to know quickly. Because I'm not sure right now.
So just to wrap this up, when it comes to like how to build a battleship commander, usually it's really important to know what kind of thing you want to get out of your battleship. Usually I recommend, if you don't really know what you're doing, go for a survivability build, because it simply means that you're going to stay alive for a longer time. But same as before, we're going to for priority target just to know like how much attention I'm attracting from the enemy team. I usually go for the expert marksman first, because it gives me
test ship. You will attract a lot of attention.
Anyway, but still, yes, the expert marksman gives me the option to turn my turrets faster, and most battleship guns are very slow at turning, so that will help me be with the guns on target faster, especially when I'm maneuvering a lot. Then you go for the superintendent first, because it will give you an additional heal. You do not pick survivability expert, because that's a flat bonus of 350 per tier HP. And if you think about it, tier 10, that's 3,500 HP. And you have almost 100,000 HP already. That amount, the 3,500, it's great on a DD that has like 20k HP. I mean, that's almost like a 20% buff of HP. But here, doesn't really help you that much. So rather invest the points in something that keep you alive, like for example, superintendent. And then one of the best skills in the game for battleship, fire prevention. What this does, I'm sorry, I'm just going to quickly go through this. So your ship is usually divided into 4 sections. So basically you have the front, the back, and the middle is separated into 2. What this skill is doing, it's basically merging these 2 middle sections into 1. So where all of the superstructures is and where you take most hits, so you're going to take less fires because there's only going to be 1 fire and there's a reduced risk of fire. So I think that's a really good survivability perk. And then I used AFT and BFT because this is my Montana commander and I like to shoot down planes. And then usually you have 2 points left over and I invest them in Adrenaline Rush because it gives me a flat rate of fire bonus depending on how much HP I lost, up to 20%. So yeah, that's my build.
I'm running a slightly different build on my side. I'm running, well, it looks very similar in most regards, but I am running a concealment expert because this is my Montana captain, and I run my Montana captain with concealment because it lets me get down to, well, here it's only 14 kilometers, a bit more impressive. I think Montana's got slightly better. Does it have better concealment? Does Montana have better concealment? I'm not entirely sure right now. It should have a little bit better. But actually, what I'm just now, I think I'm going to try out. I think I'm actually going to run it with my Georgia captain, with Mr. Halsey. And I'm going to run it with Halsey because here I am running AFT, which will give me more range. And I also chose, in the modules, I'm actually running a secondary battery modification 1 because I didn't really want to lose reload time. I don't really care too much about the planes right now, and I think the range is also fine, so I don't really want the plotting room, which brings my secondary batteries up to a range of 11.3 kilometers, which is very nice.
Do you already have the flag on for secondaries as well?
That should be with the secondary flag. Yes,
it should be with it, right? I'm just double checking.
Yes.
That's
with the secondary flag. So anyway, I'm going to try it out, and of course, Halsey has a cool bonus that he gets extra expert marksman speed for his turrets, and also the expert loader, which can be really nice if you get a 75% reduction. That means if you've got AP loaded and DD pops up, you can switch shells in 6 seconds and blap the DD.
But ready up, please, so we can start the battle.
Anyway, just
yes.
theory crafting.
Story time with Grandpa Conway and Chrysantos.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like a lot of you guys are really.
That was abomination.
Okay, yeah, because it's like quite a few guys are very experienced at the game, but there are many players out there who have these questions, and we're trying to basically have entertainment for both and also educate a bit. We are not the very best players, but we're very experienced at the game. Well, we might be very good, but still.
So he's one of the very best players. I'm all right.
But overall, we have still a lot of things we can teach you guys. When HSF ships and collections will be back. Grounding, I don't know. It depends on the collaboration that we have, and I don't think we have any news on this. Do you think we'll see clan flags in World of Warships one day? Maybe grounding. And at Albert Schneider says, Crysantos, expert marksman is overkill with 30 seconds base 180s turning time. Yeah, it really depends. You should always check that, obviously, for your turret traverse. But overall, even with 30 seconds, sometimes it can be very helpful, depending on your playstyle. I like to maneuver with my ship a lot, so I usually end up in a situation where I have to wait for my turrets to be on target. And if I can shoot a second earlier, it might make the difference between a citadel and not a citadel.
Yeah, it also means that if somebody pops up, you can quickly take a citadel pot shot. It means that when you're close in brawling, you have an advantage. And especially if you're running something like Boholzi, that gets a bonus on it. It's a good idea to do it. So what am I doing?
Can you show you the broadside of your ship? Are you running the Russian red heat camo on your USS Ohio?
Yes.
Nice. So we also do have a spotting plane here, and I'm just going to try this.
Where are we going?
So he's turning out, but I'm trying it. So I'm moving towards B, C, and depending on what the enemy team is doing on A. So I'm just giving myself the option. Yes, he's turning. But there's a lot of stuff going to C, so I want to. Oh, we are going to run into each other.
Ice Cafe 119. Which server? If you mean which server we are playing on, it's on the EU server. If you mean for which server the code is, it's for EU, NA, and Asia server.
By the way, guys, I mean, this is a mature channel, right? So you know that there might be some sexy ship-on-ship action going on here. This is how you produce destroyers. This is basically how gearings are being made.
There's a Jean Bart there. That's being quite aggressive.
So, Mr. Conway, where do you want to go? Because I wanted to go the other side. To the other side. Cover your eyes. Exactly. Don't throw. Exactly.
Yeah, I have to cover my eyes. I can't watch this.
Z52?
Yes.
1.8k spectators, and no one can say if they already give code. Yes, we already gave the code repeatedly. And it's
I'm sure it's in chat.
It's appearing from time to time in the chat. Yes, there it is right now.
God damn it.
Yeah, he repaired his engine, unfortunately. Yeah.
New campaigns in the future? Maybe.
It's a clear maybe.
I mean, campaigns are one of the tools we have to do stuff. So yeah, they might appear, they might not. We will see.
Get the set. Nice.
Down, nice.
This is why you have to take last stand. I don't think he had last stand, so he was not able to get out of that situation, and that's why it's such a crucial skill.
Jean Bart, full broadside.
Richie boy,
Close.
yeah, we thank you for the battle as well. I mean, you had to carry those two, but yeah.
Yes, thank you for playing with us. We we love to play with you guys and also get to know who's behind that nickname in the stream.
No, he's gonna get into cover.
Not before. Oh, wow, that was disappointing.
You might be able to get over the hump there.
Wargaming presents many new ships that are more accurate. Can German babies compete with others, and will Wargaming provide buff to accuracy on their main weapons? Well, accuracy is not
Planes
really
incoming?
their trait. The German ships are basically you should be mid to close range with them. You have hydro to warn you of incoming torpedoes, and there you already don't mind the accuracy because it's accurate enough to hit enemies reliably.
Yeah, so I hope I can get a good salvo here. A bit unlucky. Yeah, so in general, when it comes to balancing, guys, I mean, for example, the ships like the German battleships, they have a lot of things going for them, and buffing their main battery accuracy would probably make them too strong with the very good armor pattern they have with the turtleback. So you basically usually can't citadel them. They have very strong secondaries, which makes them great brawlers. So you know, it's difficult to buff them in that regard as well. But we always keep an eye on it, guys. You know, it's like if they would be underperforming, we would help them. We already buffed their secondaries recently. And if you have to do more, we'll do more.
Generally, yeah, with big German battleships, my heart always bleeds when I see a German battleship trying to snipe at its maximum range. Please don't do that.
No, this for example.
That's when the dispersion will bite you, because well, they are not built for that.
Yeah. So the enemy Kurfürst here, for example, that is going into a cap. That's the way you should play it. I mean, obviously, don't just YOLO in, but support your DDs close by, support your cruisers, and then you will be a great asset to your team. But I can understand that it can be frustrating, especially in battleships, you know, when you have to wait for another 30 seconds for the next salvo to be able to do something
your
again.
mistake.
Yeah.
Last time, when will be the next stream? We have English streams from EU server every week on Thursday. That's a very surefire way how to get us. And other regions are streaming on the same channel. You can check it in the calendar of events. There are streams from the Russian server, American server, Asian server, always in the proper prime time for the region. So even if, for example, our time slot is not the best for you, you can always find streams on a better time slot. And additionally, we have always on Tuesday also our regional streams, so French, Polish, Czech, German. They are rotating basically once per 4 weeks.
Jean-Bart might be showing broadside soon again.
Yeah, he's definitely showing broadside. I'm turning my guns.
So yeah, check our calendar of events on the Twitch, and you will see when we are streaming next.
No.
Is Jean-Bart accelerating, or is he?
He's turning, accelerating and turning. So now we'll see what our secondaries can do, but those torpedoes are going to hurt that Kurfürst a lot. A lot.
Are there also crate drops that only drop here, or can I watch any contributor?
So for Twitch drops, any channel that is playing World of Warships and has a mark that they have Twitch drops active will get you the same drops. There's no difference which channel you watch. And in general, unless someone specifically disables Twitch drops on the channel, they have it enabled. So you can pretty much be assured that any World of Warships stream you watch, there's a chance for Twitch drops equally. Because for us, this is not like Twitch drops are not a way for us to like make you guys all follow us. It's a way to sort of, you know, give back to our contributors as well, and to acknowledge that you can't always play the game, but it's cool if you sort of hang out with the community, and this is something that we want to encourage and reward.
Rare drops that can only be received once per viewer. Only one lucky viewer, or equal chance for all viewers.
So that's the epic drop.
Yes.
And that sentence basically means one, like this specific prize, the eagle, can only be you can only get it once per account. So only, like, you won't be able to get an eagle a second time, but it's the same chance for everybody, and that's basically the only limitation is that you can only get it once per account, not more often.
Cobra 50 is the next stream next week.
Yes.
Next EU stream is definitely Thursday next week at 6 o'clock. Central European summertime. But there's plenty of streams from other regions as well throughout the week. For example, tomorrow we have Americans and Russians as well, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So
in their respective prime times.
Yeah, exactly. So just check the calendar of events and you will see. But Thursday evening is a surefire way how to catch one of us, or one of our colleagues.
One of us.
Yes, exactly. We are Borg.
Come on, secondaries, you can do it. I believe in you. Okay. Oh, there's the Enterprise.
Are there plans to make full Commonwealth and Pan-European trees, or will it be just premium ships? Well, depends on the development, but definitely, at least for the Pan-European tree, we would like to add regular ships as well. But we will be getting one tree that has only premium ships for now, coming very soon. Well, very soon. Soon. The Italian cruisers. check the dev block and you will see them. How many grinds will I have to grind to get Ohio? That depends on the exact tuning of the system, so please wait until we test it and fine-tune it. We will then announce how many grinds will be needed.
I got it. Secondaries.
Nice.
Is...
Oh. You might have beached the Enterprise, don't you? Yeah, and the one thing that we can see here, for example, the positioning of the enemy Kremlin is not very great, because especially in a ship like the Kremlin, you want to be pushy. It's a ship that basically lives from being very, very pushy and using that great armor pattern that they have. I'm not showing broadside because the broadside is quite squishy, but the frontal armor is amazing. You have 60mm deck armor, so HE is not going to be as big of a problem as on other ships. So, yeah. If you play a Kremlin, play it aggressively. It's the way it's supposed to be played. So, yeah. Oh, are you going to be able to spank that broadside? It's not full broadside, unfortunately.
No broadside, yeah.
But he's now turning full broadside to me, so hopefully, let's see whether we can unleash the full power of the Ohio on the evil Kremlin.
Let's see. It's flying, it's flying, it's flying. It's almost there. Nice.
27k. I'll take it.
Well, one citadel.
I'll take the rest.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I would say... Bam. Ohio gets
double
my
battleship
seal of
what?
approval.
Yeah, like I honestly, like, if anybody from the dev team is watching, fingers off this ship. It's fine. It's good. Don't worry. Invoice it to my account. We can no need
We'll
to
take
talk
it.
about
Yes.
it.
No, it was fun to play. Also, we got I got 116 secondary hits. You got 85. We defended the cap. I even kept the cap solo. So yeah, it was a good ship. We also played it quite aggressively, and we got rewarded for it. And I'll give that Kagero a +1 because he basically nuked that enemy shimmer, and then he hunted down the other shimmer. So +1. And also, I see Papa-san is here in the battle with us. Always nice to see people we know from the stream as well here.
Yes, I reckon like one last game because we've only got 2 minutes left. Let's do a comfort game, something non-testy. What do you think?
Non-testy? Well, maybe,
I'm going to take a
let's
Haruka
drop
more.
down
There we go.
in tiers because we played high tier.
Really?
Okay, guys, this is your chance. Do you want to see? You have 3 options. Just put in chat low, mid, or high, which means tier, and then we'll see what we can do. So Eric, thank you very much for playing with us. It was a pleasure having you. Thank you. And outside of that,
mid, low, mid, high, mid, low, mid.
Looks like it's
okay.
mid.
So see, MrConway, see, this is why we ask chat, so they can also have some fun too.
7?
I think you should take Arc Royal for the spin. There was a question about it in the chat.
Okay, I'll do it.
You will sacrifice yourself.
I know Crysantos doesn't into the CVs.
No, I'm not a big CV fan when it comes to playing them. Tank Typhoon, are you online? No, you're not. So guys, I'm sorry, I'm just going through the list. There were so many people who wanted to play with us. We didn't get everybody in, but we tried. You know, we always took somebody different into our division for each of the matches. So Darth the Groom is already in the division. So okay, you want to play with others? That's fine. BB's Beauty Palace, which still, I love the creativity behind that name. We already played with Richard, and then we have a European what? European Eagle. You're available. Okay. Sorry. Let's see. Add contacts and my division, and he's available. So So we saw a lot of mid. You're going to go tier 6. So guys, what do you want to see me play? I can play the Guépard again, the new French DD that is currently available, or I can play something else, like well, just pick a ship because I have pretty much all the ships.
Can you play Flint Double Atlanta Division? That would be evil.
Flint, well, Flint is tier 7. We don't want to do that. And we're going to play in the same.
It's fine. We've decided now. I've already set this up. I'm not going to change it anymore.
Tetris. You should play Tetris apparently.
Huang He, Ismail, Huang He. Okay, thanks for the Twitch drop. No problem, Admiral Fon. Very happy to see that you're...
Okay, I'm ready.
Scrapple you, how do we get Twitch drop? It's easy, just link your game account with a Twitch account and watch World of Warships streams that have the Twitch drops enabled.
Yes, and maybe you want to drop the link to the publication, how to get stream rewards?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I will drop it in there immediately as I get the link.
Okay, I can play Huang He, but guys, you will have to give me 2 minutes to set it up. Actually, I can probably take my Irian commander without spending too much time on resetting everything. Modules, I haven't played this ship since the test, so I'll just quickly set it up. So once more, I'll take a look at what the ship can do. I can see it's super lightly armored and doesn't really have a lot of HP. I have 152mm guns. I know my commander is spec'd for IFHE. Detectability by range by sea is 8.3, so it's super sneaky.
When an event with sailing warship, not anytime soon. Now, we prefer not to be victims of wind and stuff, and we prefer internal combustion engines generally.
Exactly. So wait, we do have hydro. I do have a torpedo reload accelerator. That's also an interesting option, but I'm going to go for the safe one. Since I'm having a smoke available here, I might actually go for my hydroacoustic additional modification. And I'm going to go for this, and then I'm going to actually switch this in for a propulsion modification because it's really helpful when you work in smoke a lot. Should we what?
Can we
You want to go home, I know, but give me you will have to suffer through this for 1 additional minute, and then we're good. If you have any questions about how I'm building ships and why, I'm happy to share. Otherwise, I'll be ready now.
In the last game, Crysantos choose basic firing training and advanced firing training when your guns are bigger than 139mm. It was for the secondaries, right?
Exactly, secondaries and AA, because both of them will benefit from that.
And secondaries benefit from it even when their caliber is higher. So
yes.
Exactly.
If you want a secondary
we're waiting for European Eagle to no tier 6, please. In general, guys, we do give the option for divisions to basically go ±1 when it comes to tiers, but it's more to allow people who might not be able to play on the same tier to division up with friends to do that. But in general, if you have different tiers in the same division, the problem is you can get up tiered, and then you have to play +3. And +3 can be very punishing.
Yeah, especially if you're playing something like an aircraft carrier. Higher tier AA can be very challenging. Let's go.
There was a question whether we would get Akatsuki as a Lego model in the shop. Well, it's not Lego, it's Kobe. But it's basically their thing, what they bring in. They are bringing some quite nifty ships, but I think from the stories it was so far only Bliskavica. Their latest release was Yamato, I believe, and it's huge.
It's really big. It's like 2,500 pieces, I think.
Yes, it's bigger than their Bismarck, and their Bismarck was already very big. I built it at home, and it took me quite few long winter evenings.
Yeah, in general, as an avid Lego aficionado, I'm super happy with the quality that Kobe has, and can only recommend their models. They're good fun to build. If you like Lego, you'll find some of the building instructions and techniques a bit different, but they make a nice display model afterwards as well.
Yeah, and the ship models are very detailed. So
yes, lots of moving bits.
Yeah, last one I built was the Warspite, and it looks gorgeous. So.
Yeah. Fat Freddy is asking only the one code so far, so there's only one code, and there's going to be one code next week, and there's going to be another one the week after, so it follows a very easy pattern. And I saw a few questions about, for example, do you think Béarn is going to be in the game as French CV, or is it possible that there will be a premium Hibiki for the Russians? There are a lot of things possible. If the ships are not announced yet, we won't be able to talk about them here, even if they would be. If they would be on the roadmap. So we are trying to get as many ships as possible into the game, especially the ones that existed in reality and participate in World War I and World War II. That's our goal. Obviously, that's a huge task because it takes months and months and months and dozens of people to actually work on the models and implement them into the game. So we're working on it, but give us some time. And once we're ready to announce certain ships, then we will definitely announce them. But right now, I cannot really comment on this. So my honest answer would be, yes, there is a chance. And maybe they might, come in the future. But that's all I can say for now. So I know you would like to know more about this, but overall, that's the only answer I can give you at this point.
Conway, please put them shades again. You look cool.
Honestly, I didn't put them to look cool. I put them because I thought it might help with the glare from the video lights, but everything is lost today.
And also, there was a comment about that someone really liked the stream today. Apparently, a new user. And yes, guys, please let us know what you think about the stream, whether you like it, whether you'd like to see any improvements for the future. Because obviously, we do this to answer questions, to show you new content, and to interact with you. So for us, it's always very nice to hear your feedback on these streams. And I'm doing something very, very, very dangerous here.
Jave Turkey is asking, how long does it take you to make a warship model after the armament is decided? Long time. The models are very detailed, they require a lot of 3D work, a lot of textures, and then a lot of balancing and basically game dev work, so it definitely takes several months.
Yeah, to give you a little bit of a an impression of the scope of things when it comes to modeling, we have a team of over 80 developers working on models and modeling ships. And I think the rough estimate in time that it takes to actually model the ships is around 6 to 9 months per ship. So obviously we're working on several ships at the same time, so we can produce the amount of ships that we put into the game right now. But overall, that should give you an idea of how much work it actually takes to do that.
I'm actually going to link a cool video we did some time ago, a long time ago. The time lapse of the building of a hood model for game.
Ah, yes, that's a great link.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cool video.
Here I got it. So it nicely shows the complete complexity of the ship model.
It's something that it's very easy to completely, underestimate the amount of work that goes into this. But if you take a look at the models, with all of the details in them, and even the inside, is basically modeled with the different layers. So it just takes a lot of time, and we want to get it right. And then you have to do the balancing aspect of it, and that just means things take time. Oh, I don't want to sail too close to the Vanguard because I might get shot by things that are not even trying to hit me.
You guys will probably not read this. Not true, we do read. We try to read everything, but the chat is scrolling way too fast. But since you put an Argentinian ship, you should do a Brazilian ship. Well, maybe sometime in the future. We know that Brazil had some cool ships as well. So, but yeah, there's a ton of ships that would be nice to have in game, but obviously, well, they take time. So.
Exactly. This is not a matter of we don't want to have the ship in the game. It's just a matter of what can we do?
Are the models based on actual drawings acquired from governments, or are they acquired from some other source? They are based on blueprints that are taken, well, generally from official archives or government archives, because they tend to store these things. I think there might be some private collections out there as well, but generally, usually for comprehensive data is the government archives. We have, for example, here in Prague in our team, one guy, our German CS specialist, who helps the developers with research in German archives, and he has a lot of very cool blueprints at his disposal.
Yes, where other people store 500 terabytes of porn, for him it's blueprints.
Yeah, and actually, you can have a slight look at the blueprints if you come. If you come to some of our events, because we did a few years ago a very cool poster, wallpaper poster based on the actual Scharnhorst blueprint, all with some coffee stains and stuff. So.
Well, there's that one, and also if you come and visit us at Gamescom this year, we have produced a new blueprint poster licensed from the German National Archives, based on original blueprints. Well, just not based; they're just original blueprints, but combined together to a poster. And we will give you one if you come visit us at Gamescom. It's very beautiful.
Generally, the German blueprints tend to be very, very detailed. From what I've heard from our research guys, it's not necessarily always the case with other nations. That seemed to be one of the problems with the British blueprints, that they actually were rather general with the placement of anti-aircraft guns and stuff, especially considering wartime modifications and stuff, because it wasn't really important whether the 20mm gun went there or 2 meters to the side. So yeah.
Okay, so we get those two guys. How's it faring for you?
Sure, so I'm like
step by step,
doing my thing. I'm not doing much damage, but I'm not really very used to these things yet. So
yeah, to show
I did a nice blap on the Akizuki with like 6k with.
Feel free to basically change the game, the point of view. Once you have interesting stuff happening, I just want to show the Hwanghae, which is an interesting Pan-Asian cruiser. You basically get the smoke that works like the Perth smoke. So you have 90 seconds of action time where you deploy the smoke, and each of the bubbles is active for 10 seconds. So you can basically creep up and move around the map. And oh, there's the Ismail. I should focus on this just to get him out of the match so he doesn't get to fire another salvo. Always kill what's there. Very good. So it's an interesting ship to play. It has a very low detectability range of 8.6 kilometers, but I also have a very low range with 13.2 kilometers. So you always play a bit with fire, but you do have nice 152mm guns. And let's check, because the Akizuki might have launched torpedoes.
Mr. Conway, a question for you. There was a sentence in the update news that we have to sign up to get something at the Gamescom booth. So not the usual gift bags anymore?
No, so basically, like, we just wanted to change the way and up the way that we do things this year. So usually, you know, when you come to our Gamescom booth, you queue up for anywhere up to 3 hours, you play the game, and then, you know, you have like 15 minutes to play the game, and then you go collect your goodie bag. And we thought, how can we make this experience for you guys? Because, like, for us, like, the Gamescom experience that we put on there, this is for you. This is for you that play our game, to come, to hang out with us, to pick up some goodies, to spend some nice time. So how can we make this experience better for you guys? And so we thought, why not make you have to queue and play the game to get a goodie bag? So instead of queuing and getting a goodie bag, what you're going to do is we're going to have a special landing page. You'll just be able to sign up there, just log in with your in-game sort of in-game credentials, and we'll send you like a ticket with a QR code. And you just bring that to us at the Gamescom booth and show it to us, and we will just give you a goodie bag. And you will not have to spend 3 hours queuing. That's at least the idea. Hopefully this will actually work.
Mr. Conway? Yes, that worked. I'm surprised as well. But isn't Gamescom there to queue? I thought that's why people.
Yeah, I thought the Gamescom. Yeah, me as well. But I want to kind of break that that stigma for us at least. So. You know, it just means that when you come to Gamescom, all you need to do is you go find our giveaway counter, bring your QR code, bring your Gamescom ticket, we'll scan both those things, we'll give you a bag. And then if you want to play, you can still do that, because we'll still have game stations and you can just walk up to those and play.
And Mr. Conway, is that a DD in the smoke?
Yes, probably. Okay. Angry Smoke. Since we are at the topic of Gamescom, EM21 is asking, will I meet you at Gamescom player party? Well, you will definitely meet these two gentlemen.
Yes.
I think my fate will be to provide fire support from Prague, so probably not me, but definitely those two guys. and more.
Okay, can you decap the Ismail? I'll decap Leningrad.
Wait, I need to smoke up here.
Dalasum, why do I get penalized if a teammate crashes into my ship? Why not just the person doing the crashing? Well, it generally takes 2 people to crash, and the penalties for crashing into ships are not really that serious.
I got Citadel.
No.
Basically, like, you should try to avoid crashing even when your teammates are trying to
in general, guys,
do weird maneuvers. But
this tool here, the minimap, it really helps you a lot. Yes, if somebody crashes into you, you might get little ticks of damage, but overall, this would never push you over the boundary of getting a pink status. This would only happen if you manage to basically apply damage otherwise. So if you, for example, hit a friendly ship with the main battery, with torpedoes, or other things like that. So in general, there's absolutely no issue, and you shouldn't really worry about it. You should only worry about it if you manage to apply a team damage. Otherwise, then this might become an issue, because you will not, every time you do this, the counter will reset, not reset, but the game won't count as a game without.
I think they're going to cap us, yeah.
Yes, they will. Our team was just very slow to react when it comes to returning. That's also true for me, and to defend. You might actually see like a battleship, a torpedo.
You are going for the smoke?
Well, Mr. Conway, I'll trust you. Once you launch these
Doubt
torpedoes, we'll see whether they land. Actually, we can watch this from here. So here we see the torps. Yes, that looks great. Well done, Mr. Conway.
Nice.
And now here we see basically Key versus Turpets, both with torpedoes. And
now we see only Key.
Yeah, well, he's going to take 1 torpedo, but that's okay.
There was a question from Astokta. Are you happy with the current state of CVs? Well, I have to admit that I personally didn't play CV yet, apart from Audacious with stock configuration today, so I can't really comment on the new update. In general,
I think
there is CVs are definitely usable. And
that's it. I won't be able to get the Leningrad. Can't get through the AA from those ships.
Generally, often you have to very carefully select your targets, or you have to accept that you won't be the all-killing machine with hundreds of thousands of damage. But you can even just spot if you are, for example, tier 8 CV in tier 10 battle. But obviously there is the game is evolving, so there will be changes as needed. If we see that the CVs are too weak, we will try to help them. If we see they are too strong, we will try to reduce their influence a bit. And basically, there never was and never will be like a state of perfect balance that will stay forever unchanged, because obviously we are adding new ships, we are adding new game mechanics. So each of these changes means that we have to rebalance until we again reach the equilibrium. So
come closer, Tucky.
Yeah.
Come closer.
Come closer, yes.
So,
gentlemen, it has been a lot of fun. I've had some good games. I've had some bad games. We've had some good talks. We've had lots of copy-paste spam about bonus codes. You've got a bonus code. You're going to get more bonus codes. Twitch drops. Things happened. This room smells like very much in keeping with the current update. This room smells like a huge pile of very ripe French cheese. And it is about 37 degrees, and so I think we are going to call it a day at this
I think it's time, especially given your very colorful description.
It is time, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure as always. We will be live again next Thursday from 6 o'clock Central European Standards as a summertime until 9 o'clock. We are doing an extra hour so that we can spend some more time with you, and so that you guys have a little bit more time to redeem the special bonus codes that we will be giving out for every stream throughout this month. If you want to catch more streams, you can always head to our Twitch events tab, and you'll see a list of the scheduled streams for the rest of this month, including I might add, the streams that we've scheduled for Gamescom, and especially the English stream, because you might not speak German, is definitely worth setting a reminder for right now. Because not only will there be giveaways, there'll also be possibly a special Twitch drop.
There will be guests.
There will be guests. There'll be information. There'll be hot news, announcements, new ships revealed, new everything, and it'll be glorious. And you will be able to watch the two of us monkey around on the Gamescom stage live. You'll be able to see for the first time live in action the official World of Warships plushie torpedo launcher that we will shoot at people.
Yes. The slingshot,
the torpedoes, not the launcher.
And at the end of that, there might even be a musical performance. So please go hit that reminder button.
Yes, MrConway will be singing to you.
If you are naughty, I will sing. But you'll have to really misbehave quite a lot for that. Any closing words from you guys? Otherwise, I'm gonna before I die.
I thank you all for watching us and for the very lively chat interaction. I'm sorry to everyone we didn't manage to catch in the chat, because there was a lot of questions and comments, and thanks for them. And it was fun. Let's do this some other day.
Yes, guys. So for me, it's gonna be very quick. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you liked it, please don't forget to follow or subscribe on whatever platform you're watching, and also provide us some feedback where you can. And with that, I'll say goodbye. See you next week, and have a very cool weekend. Don't forget to participate in our weekend activities. You know, Day of the Russian Navy and the new French directives. And with that, I'll say goodbye. Thank you very much, and see you next week.
Yes, and as a tradition, we will be raiding one of our community contributors. Today's target of choice is the Grumpy Beard, a grumpy guy with a beard. Please go say hi to him. If you land in his chat, please, I want to see Stinky Cheese as the copy pasta of choice. Just go in, and I want to see lots of Stinky Cheese. Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.